back better than ever.
Welcome
but
back.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, nah. Yeah, let's first off say that. Yeah, it's probably been a week, y'all. About a week. I don't know. It's been a long time, though. Y'all already know.
Week.
But I'm gonna tell y'all like this, you know what I'm saying? I always told Mom before we started doing this jazz, like, yo, you gotta take some time to, you know what I'm saying, acclimate your life, you know what I'm saying? You don't wanna get content burnout because then you're not gonna wanna obviously make videos. And if we don't make videos, I ain't gonna have no vids to watch. At least not from us, you know what I'm saying? YouTube got billions of videos at this point.
Yeah.
But we got,
like
I
this
worked
one.
for Mr.Beast. Yeah, where exactly? I worked for Mr.Beast. He's a sociopath. Now, I will come in and tell y'all, I did see this video many times. So instead of this being a yap sesh like how, you know, I usually do, I know Mom gonna be like, I don't yap. She be yapping. But like, yo.
I haven't seen it.
I have seen this video many times.
I want to see it.
So I'm only going to attack the points I feel like need to be attacked. And I'm gonna let y'all know I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Of course, some of y'all gonna say, Mr.Beast Glazer. Fair point, I guess.
But if he's wrong, he's wrong.
But like that's what I'm saying. If I always call out everybody. If Jimmy wrong, and I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of top. Well, actually, I'm not sure. I know for a fact there's gonna be some topics in the video that if it's true,
if Jimmy Donaldson is wrong, saying his name again,
then he gotta get condemned. But at the same time, with you know, obviously Dawson, Dogpack, and Jake Weddle here, I gotta play devil's advocate on them too. Like, yo, hold on. So yeah, y'all, we gonna get right into this boy, and
let's go,
we're playing this boy in 1.25 times speed. My bad.
Okay.
Because yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a yapper, but yo, my brother Jake really is a yapper for real. So I ain't about to.
Do you have on closed caption or they do?
Let me turn that off. Is it on?
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. No subtitles today. This ain't no anime.
Okay.
Sorry, nah. But yeah, let's get right into it. Y'all already know what we on.
I swear this T-shirt look familiar.
I'm hungry. All right, jokes for food. I wish a philanthropist YouTuber would just give me 10K and not film it.
What?
Hey, what the hell happened to you? Mr.Beast, that's what happened to me.
What we do here is go back.
Is he serious? That's how he started it off?
I like the old iDubbbz intro. I'll be honest. I thought that was pretty funny.
This shirt, this T-shirt looks familiar.
Jake Weddle. Acting erratic on shrooms.
Okay, content cop from Timu back at it again.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know, yo, I know this might be a little bit yap, but I thought this was hilarious. Yo, he really put the fake iDubbbz.
Oh.
So just before I get into my interrogation with former Mr.Beast employee Jake Weddle,
nice
a lot has happened since my last video. After
nice
posting like hundreds of messages from former Mr.Beast employees, and I had them all like send proof of former employment. You know, just people showing their support or telling their stories of you know, fake videos or unsafe practices, you know, toxic workplace, stuff like that. I'm not really gonna get into those claims because, for one, like, most people want to stay anonymous, which I understand. And also, like, I think most of that stuff's just been covered with you know, the news coming out about Beast Games and everything. And also, I have like more serious allegations that I want to start covering. Also, I heard from a very credible source that Mr.Beast has been sitting on a response to part 1 because he was worried if he posted it, I would instantly respond with part 2. You know, like this is Kids Bop, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake.
Oh God, no!
I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, y'all.
That Drake and Kendrick. Oh God!
As much as I want to play devil's advocate, that was funny. Kids Bop, Kendrick versus Drake.
Also, I know Mr.Beast's secret CEO has been practically like harassing my people on, you know, hey, what's in part 2? What does he know? So I will just tell you, James,
oh,
it will
so
be in part 3.
he got his
so you don't have to
peoples, and they
harass
got
my
their
people.
peoples.
It will be
See,
about
but then that's
serious allegations
yo,
of
I
sexual
know Paul's
misconduct.
merchant, but I already said it. And that's the thing. I have to question a lot of everything that's coming out of like not only Dawson but even Jake's mouth because yo, throughout this video, I know like there is some evidence allegedly shown. You know what I'm saying? But like again, there is a whole lot of ways to fake everything now. So I ain't gonna lie.
Well, he
in the
got
company
peoples,
and
so
your
he got
direct
peoples
involvement
then.
in covering up those crimes. And I'll make sure to give you full credit and plaster your face all over the screen when we talk about that. So yeah, I've gotten dozens of messages from former Mr.Beast employees of very serious allegations. So I just want to put a call to action at the start of this video that, you know, if you have a story, you can DM me. Just make sure you send proof of employment first because I get a lot of DMs.
Okay.
And like,
I can at least,
as much as I mean and joke around,
How
like,
do you get
I
proof
take
of
anonymity
employment?
very seriously.
How
I don't
do
know,
they prove
but
it?
permission. I
somehow
don't go
he's
public with
verifying it,
anything.
so I guess I can
Obviously, if it
believe
goes
him.
to court, I would hope they would censor your information from the court documents. I don't know. And former contestants too. That's another thing I heard after posting my last video is during the 100 Boys versus Girls video, I have people corroborating the same story that the camera guy who gave the girls a drone was making some girls feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
Extremely uncomfortable with girls since I started talking to them after the shoot, made them feel very uncomfortable. Okay.
All right.
She or hear anyone on the production staff acting private connections? Yes, I don't remember his name, but the guy who got drawn in the videos consistently coming to being very frigid with some of the girls.
You don't think it was Tariq, right? Because he's the one that control of the camera all the time.
high on paint fumes. I don't know about that.
Okay, we'll see.
Location. Okay. Mystery had his dog package doing by another uncomfortable. They told me covered their story. No idea the guy's name, but someone does come to mind. Particular.
What are they talking about?
He constantly vaping, and I remember he teased him because jealous of him having a vape. They were jealous of him having a vape. What?
Oh boy.
Also
okay.
great. Anyway, you opened my mind on all that stuff I was ignoring just because I got paid and saw him in such a positive light. I really appreciate it. Sounds like a guy. See, and that's the thing, though. See, and I understand. I don't want to say like, oh, bro, this is all fake, bro. Say hi, bro.
Right.
Big coop. But like at the same time, no, like, yo, we just need more evidence than this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like, because, bro, what is people's incentive not to lie, especially if you're gonna keep them anonymous, bro? They could just cap. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I still want to know how you could prove they employees or what ex-employees.
I'm assuming maybe like you'd have like, I guess,
a code,
not an NDA,
Mr. Beast code.
I would maybe because I would assume everyone has NDAs not to tell like, future videos that's going on in projects and John like that. So maybe I would assume that that's what they could show them. Like I have an NDA, so of course I work here. Like you know what I'm saying. But then again, you can't show anybody else or NDA. So I don't know.
All right,
That's tough.
Let's see.
You trap these girls in a circle and make them sleep on rough turf and get them high on paint fumes, and then you try to f them.
Okay, that seems really dark.
Nah, I thought you were misunderstanding me, bro.
I think
Yeah, you are. Because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Anyway, so
Yeah,
that would be part 3.
I don't-
So, Mr. Beast, do with that information
I don't
what
think I have
you
to
will.
say anything. Yeah, don't
Chucky
do that.
didn't want to
That's
respond
weird.
to those allegations.
Wait, what was the allegations from Chucky?
3, so, Mr. Beast, do with that information what you will. I know Chucky didn't want to respond.
I'm receiving remedium collaborating very serious accusing sexual harassment, assault, and sexual coercion occurring in the company. Hearing these stories, informing connection like anything like the carrots. You might have got Chucky there, bro. Chucky was saying the other Johns. Remember when he was debunking like the stuff about the raccoon and John? I don't know. You might have got him there. He ain't say nothing. Did he read it? No, he didn't even read it though.
To those allegations. So anyway, my interview with Jake Weddle, I chose to interview him because I thought he was perfect because he was both on camera and behind the scenes in 2019 and 2020. And also, what people don't know is that he came back in 2021 to be the sole contestant of a Mr. Beast video, which never got uploaded.
See, and yeah, no, this is the
here's
part.
the one picture.
This is the part. Yeah, I've been telling Mom for a long time, and I don't want to go in with the bias argument. Obviously, Mom's gonna watch the video herself and be able to formulate her own opinion. But I will say throughout the entire video, because again, yeah, I will be honest, I did watch this video a couple of times, and even reactions to people reacting to this video to get their opinion to formulate my own too. Just like a whole bunch of information and different perspectives. Throughout this whole thing, see now, obviously no one has seen this video because this was the first attempt. Now the second attempt was made a long time ago, obviously by a dude that was apparently Mr. Beast's head editor. So that because Dawson revealed that in the other video, the first one, which is that's in it for itself, yo, bro. If you think the videos is fake and don't like that, hey, that's on you. I don't really care though. But yeah, the only proof of Jake being in this is this one screenshot. There's no video evidence. There's nothing else. It's just this one screenshot. Now, I'm not saying that, oh, bro, this John never happened. No, clearly it obviously happened. He's here. The screenshot exists. But, like, bro, to really corroborate the points that's being made in this video, especially the allegations, I'm gonna need more than this, bro. A screenshot.
Yeah.
Like, because this, at that point, bro, y'all, is basically going on he said, she said. And, like, bro, I'm tired of that, bro. I'm tired of the word allegedly. I'm tired of the word allegations. I need some facts, bro. I need some real facts, gang. Like, this is just a screenshot. Like, bro.
But
anything that happened because that again, like I said, anything that happened during this John, is he said she said. I know he was here, clearly. But go ahead, man.
No, I was gonna say, you know how you have fans and you see scenes or you seen like say you watch a TV show and you always see that living room and you're a fan of it, so you're gonna go sit in that living room and take a picture. So that could have happened at this. I don't know. We don't know.
See, and that's a point you could bring up. But I don't know. I wouldn't argue.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Because I feel
so
like
I don't
it was
know.
real. Like, no, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it was real because obviously Jake was in videos even before this, because this was in 2021, and and he was in content back in like 2019, 2018, around then. So he's been in videos. Like, I feel like they would have him on the video. It's not like they were just like trying to fake it out and whole entirely. But like, I don't know. This one screenshot is just not enough proof for me, though. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
because it went very badly. He also knows about another portable document format who was working at MrBeast while actually on the registry.
Delaware.
And I'll get more into that story at the end of the
Delaware.
video. So I got his DM, drove straight to New York overnight, did not sleep, just drank a bunch of caffeine, and I also only had one microphone in the interview, which he's wearing. So it's mostly just him talking. Also, like, final thing, people said my last video started slow. This video also starts slow. It builds up over time, but I'll do the retention thing and say, the ending will blow your mind. It's crazy. Yeah. Okay. Jake Weddle, everybody.
I'm Jake Weddle. Most people who, if you know me from MrBeast, I'm a deep cut. I'm in a few of the videos. Sometimes
You
maybe
do look familiar.
purposefully kept in the shadows a little bit. I'm in the cut.
Yeah, me and Mom
Yeah.
a while ago, we watched the prison video where they stayed in obviously the prison, and Jake was in that video. But during that time, I'm not even gonna lie to you, and this is not to be like, oh my God, who is you, bro? You're a nobody. But I'm not even gonna lie, I forgot he was even in that vid. I'm gonna be honest. Honestly, I forgot everyone else who was in the vid that wasn't Jimmy. I'm gonna be real. So like, yeah, but yeah, nah, I guess you could say copium.
His
Copium.
mustache and lip hair that makes me remember him.
I'm gonna tell y'all one thing though, and this is just memes. I'm obviously gonna keep it real and not be biased, but bro, he looked like current iDubbbz right now, and if you know current iDubbbz, yeah, I'm not respecting it. But like, nah, that's just memes. I'm obviously gonna see his side. Nah.
A lot of the time. But I've been in some videos. I've worked on a lot of them. I was there from 2019 to 2020, 2021ish when I came back and did some more. I was there when they were authentic, and then I saw the transition to what I feel like is a company. He's like a TV show now. It went from YouTuber guy with a camera to Amazon. The culture around there was very unspoken, but there was a vibe. There was half the people who, if you made Jimmy happy, you were on the good half. And these people got random bonuses and were usually moved up, had more screen time.
I believe that.
And then there was people who, if you had a disagreement or butt heads with Jimmy, or just you didn't like it, you were in the other half. And I consistently was in the half that Jimmy didn't like me. That's fine. I don't like
Even
Jimmy.
at my job.
Oh, that's so good to say. I don't like Jimmy. I hate you so much. He didn't want anything.
Oh wait, he just said he don't like Jimmy?
Yeah, well, clearly because again, I already told you kind of about what happened to him. So
Yeah.
obviously, if true, again, allegations, if true, then I wouldn't like Jimmy either. I ain't gonna lie, he tortured me, bro. But yeah, see, this is I feel like is this even a point that matters? Because this is gonna happen in most workplaces generally.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
Even
if
at my job.
And I'm not telling y'all to like suck up to your boss, like yo, start sucking them off straight dick eating time, and like nah, bro. But like, bro, people that usually conform more with their superiors probably is gonna get them bonuses. Probably is gonna get more time off. Probably is gonna get like, bro, that's just normal. It sucks, but that's just how corporate works. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That really is just how corporate works. And if you don't want to deal with that, self-employed, you gotta find your own way to start a business.
I believe that things were happening.
Yeah, me too.
I believe a lot of things are happening because a lot of things happen everywhere.
Exactly.
So you know what
Nah,
I'm
I
saying,
agree.
and just people just talking about it and bringing it up now. And listen, I don't know if all this stuff is true,
Again, it's
but
all
I'm
allegations.
gonna say this: I know things be happening, and it don't all be positive.
Of
So
course not. Like yo, there's gonna be negatives in many situations of life. So yeah.
to get more popular or have more of a way out necessarily. Like, oh, I'm doing my Twitch thing on the side. Don't do that because you could get famous and leave and talk about me negatively. And I could tell that the yes men.
That's a
were-
non-factor point because, and I know Jake the Viking is a cornball now because he quite literally is the definition of virtue signaling hypocrisy. But that's quite literally what Jake the Viking did, and he has 1 million subscribers on YouTube. So I don't believe this point at all. I'm gonna be honest. Anything for you to comment on that?
no, I'm just like okay.
Yeah, like that point. That point is a non-factor
Okay.
point.
doing well. And I was, disgruntled for quite some time. So I've talked to reporters, right? Like publicly. And
Oh, same thing with Sneeko as well because he used to work for Mr.Beast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like so that really is a non-factor point.
I've always had to choose my words very, very carefully because I don't want to say anything I don't stand behind, obviously. So I used to talk to people. I used
I would
to
hope so.
glaze Jimmy publicly for things I do genuinely think are true. But then it's like, well, how come you didn't talk about the working conditions? Well, I wanted a career. I didn't want to, speak ill of YouTube's golden boy, and then I'm blacklisted forever. I tell people I was talking to you, they go,
That is no. I'm sorry. I don't. No,
What?
you're not gonna get blacklisted by YouTube because Jimmy's YouTube's golden boy. That's not happening, bro. If that was the case, yo, Jimmy's getting slandered. Yo, More Pegasus has a video with 6.1 million views talking about this MrBeast situation. If we was really taking down videos because Jimmy's the YouTube golden boy, why are all these videos still up slandering him? That is a non-factor point. Like that is such a non-factor. What?
It's like I have to, or I'll be sad. If this is the moment, we're going to talk about it. So, as far as that, that's my covering up of why we didn't talk about XYZ sooner, but now you know.
What would you say is the fakest video you worked on while you were there?
Fakest video that I worked on while I was there. This is the extent of the fakeness that I was involved to. This is like admitting to my complicity. I was a writer there, and we were working on a video crushing my friend's car with a rock or meteor or something. It was a rock or meteor in the title of it. I can't remember, but he wanted to do a prank where, unbeknownst to the person, he takes a rock, crushes their car, and they're supposed to think a rock came out of space.
We're gonna take a meteor and we're gonna put it on Weddle's car. We're gonna take another meteor and put it on Marcus's car. Both of them have no idea that we're doing this. Weddle and Marcus are probably shocked. They had no idea.
And so that was the one and only time I had to, my car? What? And on the fly, I saw him, because Marcus was in that video. So Marcus is calling his mom. Marcus genuinely had no idea. He genuinely had no idea. But so Marcus is calling his mom, and his mom's freaking out. And I'm like, oh no, they're gonna call my mom next. So I had to text my mom, who had to beg to get the title very quickly. Now I'm texting my mom, I go, Mom, I'm about to call you about the meteor thing. You have no idea? Be surprised. And then I hit send, and then they go, call your mom now. And I call my mom and I tell her, and oh, she should have got the Oscar. Oh my God, on the fly. She goes, what? I'm on vacation. Mom, my car has been destroyed.
Wait, what?
A meteor hit it.
Jacob, I'm on vacation. Do you understand?
But yeah, I did that video, and they're supposed to give me $10K to put a down payment on a new car, and they wanted me to get like a big flashy new car. $10K was supposed to be a down payment. And I can't afford a big flashy new car because I work at Mr.Beast. So I couldn't get anything I couldn't afford taxes on. I couldn't get anything I couldn't afford the insurance on. So I do my part of the video, and I get a mom van that I could afford. And Jimmy was like, why didn't you get a cooler car? I was like, I can't afford that, bro. Come on, what are you talking about? You know, I was working on a TV show in the 90s, on a show.
All right, so to comment on that, like, I'm confused on what his problem was. I've watched this many times, and I'm still confused on what his problem with this was. Was the problem because like you knew beforehand, like because the video was fake, or you just didn't want this to happen in your car? Because if that's the case,
no.
Like,
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead,
To
man.
me, it seemed like what he's explaining is because that was a good question. Which video you think was the most fakest video? He wasn't worrying about no car. He's explaining which
also,
video
the video is the fact that it's
which
fake.
one is the most fakest, and he's explaining that it's this one, especially when he had to text his mom, and then she gets the Oscar too.
All right.
He ain't caring about no car, nothing like that.
See, that's what I was saying. Like, was the problem because they destroyed your car? Because if that's the case,
No.
you should have told them you didn't want to be in his vid.
No,
And that's also another case I'm gonna make further in this video too with another thing.
No, he's
But-
talking about the fakest, one of the fakest video.
Okay, well
that
then.
you know of, yeah.
Oh well, I'm gonna tell y'all, if you have a problem with Jimmy's videos being fake, don't watch the videos. I assume that a lot of them were fake. If you look at our page, we've been watching Mr.Beast videos for a long time, basically ever since we started. And there's many videos I pointed out, this is skeptical, this looking a little scripted, this looking a little fake. So I been knew that, and guess what? I'm still about to watch these videos, bruh. I ain't gonna hold you, gang. So that's really tough. You hate him for that? Tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's a fair opinion to have. I ain't gonna lie.
That was a quarter as successful, I could retire today. But now I make dog shit pay, making gajillionaires more money. And I just walked into the writer's room, and that's one of the reasons why I left, was because I just walked in there and asked for not necessarily a gajillion dollars, but maybe a salary that was more proportional to the work I was doing, given how much revenue that work was doing. And then, I talked about that, and I talked about the Writers Guild and how this is what Writers Guild industry standard is for the streaming internet content with ads. I thought that was the closest thing to YouTube, and I didn't even bring up residuals, because oh my God, if I got residuals for every video I worked on, boy howdy, I could retire.
But who said you're entitled to that, Jake?
He said he was just asking for it.
Nah, he said, because I know he said he asked obviously to get a higher pay, and we're gonna get into that because I know about this part. But I'm saying, who said you would be entitled to residuals? I'm just asking. I gotta play devil's advocate, y'all. We can't just most heads. If you look at this video and many other videos, most heads are not even trying to break this down on any type of level. They're just looking at it like, oh, this is objective facts. This definitely happened. Even though Dawson himself will literally tell you all this is allegations. I don't know, but tough.
The other thing I talked about was there was another writer there, older comic, black guy. He had a kid, and I got paid more than him, and I thought that was wild because he was older than me, had a child. We're doing the exact same job, and I'm some 20-year-old fucking white guy. Why am I getting paid more than him? I brought that up, and one of the things I didn't like about the way some of the B stuff shook out was.
Oh, he's emotional right now?
I'm gonna let y'all know too. I told y'all I am not the object of morality. Tears do nothing for me. I feel nothing, bro. I'm dead serious when I say that, John. I need you to get directly to the point.
All right, I
want to
hear it. Somebody got hurt or something?
I feel really guilty about the way this shook out. I was talking to this other writer, it's fucked up, that that's how the pay is, and I want you to get paid more, because you deserve to get paid more. I don't have a kid. And he didn't want to rock the boat. He desperately didn't want to rock the boat. He's just, I like my job. I like, because when you grow up with, nothing, not to say that he did, but I know I did, you get a little something, you don't want to lose it. So he didn't want to rock the boat. But he said, hey man, that's how you feel, you know, like if that's like, I trust you. He stood with me. He went to that meeting with me, and I said at my piece.
Nah, I'm gonna let him
back me up.
Because I'm like, okay.
And I said, I need X, Y, Z, or I'm out of here. And they said, bet, and they gave me a severance check the next day, and they gave him a severance check the next day. And if
Why did they give it to him?
Jake.
Why did he go in there and ask for more money?
He went with him. The guy trusted him. That's what I'm saying. So Jake, that is like, well, he admits it's his fault, but like, bruh, I ain't gonna lie, you shouldn't have even talked to bro about it, because yo, whether or not you're concerned for his life or not, bro, you're living your own John. I understand you think he should get paid more because he has a kid and all that, and I don't want to be, actually, I'm not even gonna say that because I'm not a son. I'm not a divergent signal that way. But like, bro, even if you felt that way, bro, yo, he literally told you to your face, yo, I'm not really trying to lose this job. I understand you think I should get paid more, but I'm content where I'm at. I'm good, you know what I'm saying? I'm straight. And you still got him wrapped up to this joint. That's your fault. I can't feel no sympathy for you for that. You should have went in there by yourself and had this situation happen to you by yourself. You should have never got your friend involved. Because at the end of the day, especially my mans tell me that, yo, he good where he at. He cool with his job. I totally understand that. I'm not dragging you into this. That's everything in life for me personally. But again, I don't know. We different people. We all got different perspectives, no matter who you are.
What do you call devil's advocate? I don't know.
Playing devil's advocate.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, yeah, he went. This guy, what's his name? Jake.
Weddle.
He went in there. Just because the other guy's name is Rashid, since he black.
Rashid.
So he went in there. He was talking to Rashid, and Rashid saying, "No, I can't. I got a kid." You know what I'm saying? And blah 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 blah.
Job, yeah.
And Jack's like, "No, but we deserve Jake, whatever his name is, Jake. But we deserve this and that and that and that and that and that, right?" Did he put a gun to his head and told him come meet in his office?
No.
That's Rashid's fault too.
And no, don't worry, I was getting to that too. I was gonna say, bro, I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. Rashid, whatever your name is, anonymous Mr.Beast worker, that was his friend.
We gave him the nickname.
My heart,
because he black.
You should not have trusted him that much, gang. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's your fault for real too. Cause that, yo,
he stuck with his guns. No. Ain't nobody gonna, I get it. Nobody's gonna make me go. I get it. I want the money, yes. But you know what? In the back of my head, something's telling me I better stay right here, mind my business. And I'm gonna do it.
I'm sorry, y'all. If you have a kid, bro, and this is just my personal opinion and how the way I'm looking at it, you cannot risk your financial well-being if you got a kid. I'm sorry. It's just not. I don't care how much you love your mans, bro. Because at the end of the day, your man's coming around once in a while. Or maybe your man's there all the time, but your man's not about to be taking care of your kid for you. That's not happening.
So,
bro.
Jake, right?
Especially not in a Mr.Beast environment. Like, anyway.
He crying because he got Rashid
basically,
on fire?
He got Rashid fired.
All right, come on. Let's keep going because I don't got time for this.
And this is and I hate to say this, y'all, and this is why I had to, before we reacted to this personally, not only us doing our own thing, obviously we got lives behind making content. When I reacted to this so many times, I had to react to many people's perspective. I had to see what, like how should I objectively look at this myself? Because clearly, obviously, when you look at outside influences, it's gonna influence your job. But I'm really like, yo, I kind of need to look at this to see, like, yo, what is every way this could be looked at in each personal situation with Jake here, and there's gonna be a lot in this video. And this one, I'm sorry, I don't feel nothing, bro. You should have went in there by yourself. Rashid had nothing to do with this, gang. Like, you really should have went in there by yourself. And Rashid, you're an idiot. You should not have went in there too. So, like, this is quite literally both y'all fault. So I don't feel no sympathy for y'all. For at least for this. Like, nah.
If I knew he was gonna lose his job too, I wouldn't have done it.
Don't take the whole blame. Who? Anyway.
Me, I was over the moon. I was like, you're gonna give me a check and I get to leave? I don't get the deal with the how many Orbeez can I fit up my asshole every day, and I get to go home and you're gonna pay me to leave. I was over the moon.
If you were so excited to leave Jake, why didn't you leave earlier? And I know some of y'all gonna be like, oh, well, he needed the cheese, obviously, and like this, that, and the third. But bro, he got the severance check. He's literally said himself he was over the moon. So why didn't you leave earlier?
He didn't want to leave. He just wanted a bigger pay, a higher pay.
But he was still happy that they let him go. So even if that's the case,
with a check, so
yeah, with a check too. So I'm like, I don't know.
He wasn't really happy.
I don't know. Mr.Beast Glazer. Mr.Beast Glazer. I know, guys.
And he was devastated. He did not want.
Clearly.
Listen, he's wanting to be in the room, And I really regret that. But me and him are really still tight. We're still good friends. Is he doing good? Yeah, he's doing good. He's a good guy. I love that guy. He's doing good. Kinda. Yeah.
So maybe you feel better?
Honestly, best thing I could have done for him. Now that he's a.
Then why are you crying?
Best thing you could have done for him? He wanted to keep his job. I'm sorry. See, this is what we're gonna get into with this show. And that's like, bro, what? Okay. With the stuff going on now, yes, I understand. But gang, when was this back during? Like 2019? It's 2024. All this stuff is coming out now. I don't know. Hey, bro.
All right, come on,
Hey,
let's
bro.
let it play for a while.
Very, very far removed from all this crazy shit, I guess.
Do you think Jimmy really enjoys doing good and helping people?
I think Jimmy wants to be the best YouTuber. I think he is laser focused on one goal. And I think whatever he has to do to achieve that goal, he'll do. And I think it was the smartest decision for him that he calculated, because he's very good with numbers. If I donate to charity, people can't say I'm shitty. If I give this homeless guy...
That's incorrect. That is just incorrect. That is just factually incorrect. This is how NPCs think. He do charity. He not a bad guy. Yo. I'm not even gonna use myself as an example. Go watch our other videos. You'll see. That's what I'm saying. Just go watch our other videos.
What do you mean I'm a bad guy? But I've always thought, if you're gonna do something nice for somebody, and you stick a camera in their face while you do it, you didn't do a nice thing for somebody. You gained something.
This point I saw in a lot of different people's reaction, and I'm sorry, y'all. I think this point is garbage. I think this point is terrible. What do you think about this point? You do so. I give you 10K, but I recorded. I didn't do nothing nice for you.
About that.
I didn't do anything nice. Fine.
They're saying you didn't do anything nice because you recorded you being nice.
Because I gained something. Yes. How else do you think I'm gonna get this money? This is a non-factor point.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just hate this point.
Yeah, I never liked that anyway, because they always say that on Twitter, Twitch, X, whatever.
That point to me is so garbage, and I do understand where Jake is coming from, because it's like, oh my God, you're just doing this for the camera. If the camera wasn't on, you wouldn't do this, John.
That's kind of like a...
That point is so freaking
You're still gonna
garbage.
do it. You're gonna do it with the camera on or the camera off. But when the camera's on, it brings in more revenue for me to do more things.
I just hate the point that he's saying. No matter if you filmed somebody getting 10K or not, they just went up $10,000. What person on earth besides Jake right here trying to virtue signal? Nah, let me not even say that. Let me keep it in mind.
Record me.
What person on earth is gonna be like, nah, this 10K, I don't really feel good with it. Actually, I feel like you really gained more than I don't care whether he gained $1 billion or not. I'm up 10K.
Yeah, record me.
What?
Anybody want to come record me giving me a house because I'm poor? I'm here.
Yo, there's one point he makes later in the video, and I understand where it could hurt heartfelt, but I'm sorry. I would have said what Jimmy need me to say. I don't care how embarrassing that is, bro. Because at the end of the day, there is some money. Yo, Mr.Beast got money heads will never see in their entire lifetimes. Probably in generations, bro. I gotta get this cheese, bro. My bad. And that's why I say, never look at me as an object of morality. I'm not Hassan. I'm not virtue signaling. My opinions are my own. Same thing with Mom. Her opinions are her own. That doesn't mean you gotta share them. But this point was garbage. Sorry.
There was a homeless guy on the street, and you saw an opportunity for yourself and your image, and you gave one guy $10,000 who needed it to eat, and now the revenue you generated from
like
that video
beginning.
is way more than what you gave.
But the homeless guy still up 10K.
On camera,
exactly.
It's the least authentic thing in the world. There's an element of, oh, hey, you're crying. That's so good for camera. I'm so glad if you're crying because you're so thankful that you got XYZ, and then you go, I'm so glad he needed it that bad so I could come in and, can you cry more? Oh, it's so good for the camera if you can.
Are they saying this?
See, that's my question. Are they saying that? Because again, that would just be allegedly. If Jimmy is saying that, can you cry more to play it up? Then yeah, that's kind of bad. Like, oh, come on, let's not do that. Yeah. Where is the evidence for this?
Excuse me, can you cry a little bit more? I need a little bit more. Can you bring some snot out your nose?
Yes, I understand, y'all, that the videos, a lot of them may be fake. I totally understand that. And whether that affects you or not, that is up to you. It personally doesn't affect me. If it does affect you, I would say just don't watch, man. It's bad content for you. But you're not about to sit here and argue with me that no matter if you give somebody 10K, that joint is going to be straight up bad and doesn't do anything good for them.
You're not because he's homeless.
You're not.
That's why.
If I was on the street right now on a bench with nothing, with no home, and I can't eat, and Mr.Beast walks up with 10K, you think I'm about to be sitting here trying to virtue signal to him? Yo, don't record this, John. I have nothing. What are you talking about?
It could be 20 cameras. It could be a camera right here, like
this.
A camera like this on me. I'm 10,000 richer. I don't care where the camera's at.
I'm up 10 bands. Y'all, I have never seen 10 bands in my entire life in cash. I've never seen that. You think I'm not? Nah, whatever. Next.
Okay, come on.
It made me uncomfortable when I was working there, and I didn't like it, and I vocalized it sometimes, and I think that's why
That's
I
fair.
was
You have
on
a freedom of
camera as
speech.
much
That's fair.
as they said I was going to be. I was told at one point that I was going to be like fourth banana. You know, it was going to be Jimmy.
I
Chris.
told mom about this. I don't believe this is true at all. I don't believe this is true at all. I'm sorry.
I don't know what you're saying because you paused it.
Oh, my bad. He said, remember the thing he was, no, just.
I didn't hear it.
No, go ahead.
And I didn't like it, and I vocalized it sometimes, and I think that's why I wasn't on camera as much as they said I was going to be. I was told at one point that I was going to be like fourth banana. You know, it was going to be Jimmy, Chris, Chandler, me. You know, and then that never happened. I remember talking about that, like, hey, I thought my contract said XYZ, and then I got this.
How do we know that's true?
Yo, Jake, where's the contract?
Yeah.
I know your contract is null and void. You've been off this John for at least 3 years. The last time you were in this John was 2021. Where's
So
this
he was
contract
gonna be the fourth. So
Fourth banana. He said
so
Jimmy,
what? Okay.
Jimmy, Chris,
Uh-huh.
Chandler. It would have been him.
So no Nolan.
This, I'm assuming this is before Nolan and Carl was in there. Yeah, because
Okay.
this is back in 2019, 2020. I still don't believe this, though. You were being fourth ring. Give me fourth ring.
He wasn't gonna be fourth, whatever, because he was already causing problems because he was expressing his stuff about the things he didn't like.
In the beginning of the video, right?
Yeah. So they wasn't gonna pick you. You was already talking about too much stuff you ain't like.
Yo, Bob, you gotta get ready because they're gonna call us Mr. Beast Glazers in the comments. Like, I already know they're gonna call us Mr. Beast Glazers.
Oh,
and that's really tough, bro. I'm not
Oh.
gonna cap, but
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. And when a part of this, when Jimmy, like a lot of this stuff, the allegations, he's gonna get condemned. But I bet none of y'all are gonna talk about
I'm
that.
act like we ain't on the Mr. Beast scene and we somewhere at work.
Like, bro.
Severance checks. So, you know, whatever, how that regard.
So after your severance checks, how was your relationship with the company? I know you appeared in videos after that, right?
Right. So in videos where I was appearing in later, that's why you keep nice publicly. If you're nice in public, hey, Jake was nice in public. Let's have him back for something. You know, yeah, sure. So I was hoping they call back. You know, and
Why? You didn't want to cut. You didn't even want to work there no more. What are we doing?
Because he had faith that he was going to be able to come back, and he did. He had faith. He knew what he needed to do, and he did it. Okay. Good job.
Let me ask you a question. What's worse? Sticking a camera in a homeless man's face while giving him 10K, or acting fake publicly, doing all this type of jazz, trying to keep up appearances so you could come back to the Mr. Beast John because you know that's going to be a high advantage for you? Which one do you think is worse, y'all? I'm going to let y'all decide. I'm not going to say his part is worse. Y'all let me know. But either way, counterintuitive to literally what he just said 5 minutes ago. But I feel it.
And I appeared in some videos after I left. I think one of them was 3 days in a maximum security prison.
We watched that.
If I did do mini challenges in that, I got paid. I was clocked in with a rate, and I would get paid and compensated for those. But
so you confirm you got paid?
I got paid a lot for it, but it didn't come out. It didn't come out because it didn't go well.
Yep.
There was a video.
Here's the meat and potatoes.
That came out probably like a year ago, something like that. It got a lot of hot water when it came out. It was the surviving like $10,000 every day you survive in solitary or surviving solitary for whatever. It was one of those solitary confinement videos that got a lot of media attention because everybody saw the premise and thought, what? You shouldn't do that. And people don't know that was the second attempt. The first attempt was on me, and it didn't go well.
Mm-hmm.
I was already planning on moving to New York, and I worked at a couple of YouTube companies after Beast, and I had a little bit of change in my pocket. The most change I had in my pocket ever. Small potatoes, compared to Beast bullshit. But I thought I had enough to move to New York or whatever. And I get a call from somebody over there, and they go, "Hey, they want you for a video." I was like, "Oh, amazing, great, cool, thank God." What's the video? And they tell me the pitch. And they try to make the pitch sound like it's gonna be like a walk in the park. The pitch is 100 days in solitary confinement. But don't worry, like you only have to last like 30. We have like a video. They're pitching it like
okay, cool. We're gonna go back on that. But Mom, I want to ask you a personal question. I did want to ask you a personal question. Let's say Jake Weddle goes into the writer's room. They raise his salary. They give him some more cheese. You think any of this? You think he comes out about any of this?
He's still acting good in public.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna let y'all sit on that one though.
He's
I'm gonna let
still
y'all sit on
acting
that
good
one.
in two shoes in public.
I'm gonna let y'all sit on that one.
Oh, at first it's gonna be like a luxury vacation. You're gonna have like a hot tub and an ice cream machine, and like part of the video.
Oh, they show another guy.
Deciding, like, what items am I gonna get rid of, today?
See, and this is the point I was trying to bring up when I was reacting to one of the other heads. Oh no, I gotta turn you because you're getting close. Then this is the point I wanted to bring up when I was reacting to one of the heads, but obviously I was waiting for us to do our own reaction. They still told you the premise, Jake. Either way of what was going to happen, no matter if they jazzed it up or not, you knew you were going to at least be in solitary confinement, padded white room type tip for 30 days.
For 30 days, because that's how much video time they needed.
Now, granted, I'll give Jake, see, again, devil's advocate, I'll give Jake some creds. Now, with the stuff that apparently happened, the allegations, that it doesn't seem like from what he's saying was mentioned. But then again, this whole everything is he said, she said.
So 30 days, because that's all he had to
It was supposed to be
for.
100.
No,
But they were like
I
30
know.
days and they got a vid.
Yeah, they got a vid. Okay, I get that.
No, I get that for sure. That makes
So, I mean, we don't know, whatever. This is my question now, because I'm thinking, what if it was me?
go ahead.
Am I getting that 100 days paid for them 30 days?
sense. No. Because
Why not? You
it's
told
10
me I only need 30 for 100.
No. The premise of the video is supposed to be 100. It was going to be 100 days in the John.
Right.
But you only needed 30 for a vid. So after the 30 days, you could leave. So you weren't going to get the $1 million for 100 because it's $10,000 a day.
Nah.
You're going to get the 300K because you stayed for 30.
Okay, so this way you gonna say I ain't no Mr.Beast glazing, because I'm telling you right now, you said 30 days is enough for video. So that means
Yes, it
30
would be
days
enough for a video.
equals 100.
No.
I want my money.
No.
Then why we ain't going the whole 100? Because you
'Cause-
only need 30 days.
Because, Ma, you're not understanding it. See,
Okay.
this one, let me really explain. The video premise, at least the title, the premise was supposed to be 100 days
days.
in solitary confinement.
Right. The
But
team said
the team said we only realistically need 30 days a month for a video.
okay.
So that means you can only stay 30. Well, not you can only, I guess if he were to last longer, they could do it. They could make the full video. But clearly he didn't even last to the 30. So that's beside the point, right?
Okay, so forget that part.
Say he stays the whole 30 days. That's $10,000 a day. That's only 300K. You were never entitled to that 100 because you never even planned on staying for that 100.
No, but you told me you only need 30.
Nah, Ma.
I was gonna stay for the
you gotta go
100.
back. Now you got to go back and listen to this. Hold on. No.
Okay.
No.
100 days in solitary confinement.
Right, that's the
but
title.
Don't worry, like you only have to last like 30. We have like a video.
Okay.
Like a,
Okay. But it's called 100 days. So we're pretending that I stayed 100, but I'm only going to stay 30.
No, Mom,
I
you
want my
see-
100 days of money.
No,
back.
Mom. See, that's what I'm saying. You're not understanding. This has happened in many other videos before. Remember Alex's video? It was like, yo, stay however many Johns and you get
yeah.
10,000 a day. He didn't stay for the whole John. He only got 400K. He only stayed for 44 days. So it's like that. The video is supposed to be 100, but however long you stayed is how much you're getting paid.
Right.
Because realistically, how many heads is gonna have the mental fortitude?
So who stopped-
Clearly, he didn't.
He didn't do the 30.
He didn't do it.
He didn't do the 30. But who stopped the 30? Get what I'm saying? Who's going to stop the 30?
We
I
only
want to keep going.
need 30. Okay, but
I want to keep going.
No, I feel
want
you.
31.
I gotta keep
I
going
want
too.
32.
No, I feel you.
I
I'm
want
keeping going too.
33.
I don't care. You could put war crimes against me, bro. I have nothing. Bro, y'all crazy, bro.
But if you
I'm
gonna-
going through I'm gonna have to go through this.
No,
torture,
but if you're
bro.
going to tell
That's
me I'm
really
stopping
tough.
at 30, that I'm going to stop at 30 because you only need that
We only
for
need
the
that.
video, nah, you're going to pay me for 100 then. Because I want to keep going.
No. Okay, so that's where we need to clarify. You're saying you're gonna get the 100 because you want to keep going, but they're saying for Jake in this case we only
We
need
need
30.
30. Nah,
so you're
I
not
said
gonna
I'm-
get that $1 million because you're only staying 30.
Nah, man.
But if you can keep, I understand what you're saying. But if you can keep going, I'm gonna keep going too.
Yeah,
For
I
sure, we
want-
gotta get
nah.
this mill. We gotta get this milli. My
So-
mom be alright.
Don't
My
stop
fam
me.
be alright.
Don't stop me.
I'm coming back with $1 million. Y'all crazy.
Don't stop me.
But no, but that's the point I really want you to understand. He was supposed to only stay for 30 because that's all they needed to really realistically
Right.
make a good video. But the challenge was supposed to be 100. So we understand that. He didn't even stay for the 30. So this is the point I kept making in other videos too. You were never entitled to that full months of pay because you didn't stay for that long. No matter
Right.
if they were gonna we're gonna get into that.
All right, go ahead, let it play.
Yeah.
He should have stayed for the 30.
at first it's gonna be like a luxury vacation. You're gonna have like a hot tub and an ice cream machine, and like part of the video.
They might not. And here's something I gotta give devil's advocate to. For Jake, on his side, they might not have told him that there were going to be these crazy challenges, which is bad in that case. They should have
Okay.
fully clarified to him what was going to go on in this job. So
No, you gotta say all the good things. You gotta say all the
like to
positive.
jazz it up. Yes,
Yeah,
no,
you
that's what
got
I'm
to.
saying. But
'Cause-
even with them jazzing it up, you know the concept of this video and you know your own mental fortitude. So you should have really like locked in. Like, yo, do I really think I can handle this, John? Like, I don't know.
Is going to be you deciding like what items am I going to get rid of today, and you have like the choice. They were like it's only going to be bad for the last like 5 days tops when you have like nothing left. You're the first. It's going to be like a breeze for most of it, and by the end of it, after 30 days, you're going to get $300,000 because it's $10,000 a day. And I don't know, man. I grew up poor in North Carolina. I said, excuse me, I'll dance for you if you put that kind of money in my face. Sure.
I will too.
Yeah, so I agree with him.
I will too.
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie.
They were like, you're gonna be locked in this room, and we gotta make sure you're on all the time. We're gonna have cameras on you all the time, and you're perfect for this because you never shut the fuck up. On paper, I was like, okay, I can do
That is where I would have knew, like, yeah.
And I bet you they said that too.
Nah, they did say that, and that's where I would have not
I believe
chosen.
they said that.
That's where I would have not chosen. That's where it would have been like, all right, we got to choose somebody else. Nah.
No, that's when you wouldn't have chose him.
No, I wouldn't have chose
That's
him.
messed up.
I
You
wouldn't have
said that
chose him
about
from the video start. I'm not even gonna lie, because he was clearly not the right candidate for this type of jazz. Not to be like, oh, we're testing people out for who can last the longest in torture or whatever.
Oh, you're the perfect person because you don't shut the F up because you was already complaining back before.
No, not complaining. They're talking about he's a yapper. Like, he just talks, so he's funny. Like, he's gonna make the video more entertaining. They mean it in that sense.
Him. Yeah, they
but
need
I'm
him.
just saying, seeing from him now, like, yo, seeing his personality now throughout this thing, I would have never chosen him. Somebody else would have had to go from the beginning. But that's beside the point.
this. And they always cut me out of the videos. They always, and I was, editors had told me that it's because you have too much of a personality. And so with this video, I thought, this is perfect. It's a video they can't cut me out of. I'm the guy. And so I thought, well, if I have to do this, if I have to do solitary confinement in order to do the things I want to do, then I will do that. I held my tongue, and I swallowed my pride, and I tried to do one last ride. I get there.
What?
And
but see, and this is where I'm confused. What pride are you swallowing? I'm so confused. You chose to go and do this.
Didn't have to do it.
They told you the concept on the phone, and you were looking in your life. You was like, yeah, I need to do this, John. You didn't need to do it. You chose to do this. And this is what I hate about people now. Like, there's no self-accountability. At the end of the day, yeah, they did do some bad on you, allegedly. Again, the one screenshot is the only proof we have. But even if all that is true, you still chose to be here. Yes, they jazz it up. I understand that. Like, of course they're gonna jazz it up, bro. They're trying to make it sound like good, so they have somebody to do this vid. But at the end of the day, you know what the basis of it was going to be. At least 30 days, you were gonna be locked in solitary confinement. If you really thought you couldn't handle this, no matter if you really wanted to do it for the money or not, you should not have participated in this. Simple as that. Any comment to that?
One last ride.
And that's made me on too. You already got your severance check and all that. They cut you off because you were complaining about you don't like what's going on in the workplace. You don't like your pay. Why would you come back? Why did your public appearances matter for this, Jake? Who cares? You don't like Jimmy anyway. Like, bro,
he like money.
We all like money. He needs to just admit that, Joe.
Painted the set. You could smell it, which that's probably not good. The smell of fresh paint in your surroundings for the next XYZ time. It looked good on the visual. Like, it looks good on camera. It's movie magic bullshit. It was a terrible facility. I mean, it was in one of the studios. They had to get a separate tank for septic stuff. Yeah, there was a hot tub in it. Yeah, there was an ice cream machine. Like, things were cool and funny on paper.
I'd imagine.
But when you think about stuff, a hot tub is not connected to a filtration system. Give it 3 days, it's gonna stink.
Good. That's a good point. Bad on Jimmy N. Condemned. Should not have done that for him. Next.
I believe it.
And I'm not trying to go through this, John, fast, to ignore it. I do believe, because I told y'all, we playing devil's advocate. Yo, if Jimmy did some dumb John, some bad John, yo, Jimmy, what's wrong with you, bro? Lock in. I know you the biggest YouTuber, but, bro.
You could have gotten fresh water.
Anyway. Better, yo, come on. We need more common decency than this, bro. Like, what are we doing? Come on. You know what I mean?
There's not a hot water mechanism. So the hot tub was a lukewarm tub at best, which I was a silly complaint, but the shower was always cold. And you're taking a quick shower, and I had cameras 24/7 on me, and the ice cream machine. Let's talk about that for a second. The ice cream machine has 2 mugs.
Well, Jake, we're filming a video. I'm sorry. Like, cameras on me 24/7. Jake, we're filming a video. I mean, I don't.
He probably was trying to say they were in the bathroom.
Oh, I hope not. I mean, that would be weird if they were in the bathroom.
That's why he's like, he took fast showers. That's invasion. Besides, it was cold.
That's invasion of privacy.
And cameras was always on me.
Nah, I don't think there were cameras bad. That's why. That is blatant invasion of privacy. You can't do that. Like that's actually nah.
On, and off, reeking of smelly dairy mildew.
Bad. Jimmy, bad. Should have had better taken care of this ice cream machine. If you knew this machine was gonna be loud and John like that, or maybe he didn't know. I better get no coach. We're gonna pretend that Jimmy knew every concept for this.
That would have been the first thing out. Oh,
the ice cream machine? Yeah, me too. I'd have been like, yeah, bro, what do we need ice cream for? Who cares? But my bad. Yeah, I'm trying to. There we go. But yo. Jimmy, we should have known about this, bro. If the joint is gonna stink, this is something you gotta really lock in on, especially if this joint gonna have no power, bro. We gotta lock in and think about this type of jazz. So that's bad. Condemning Jimmy on that. Should not have done it like this. Next, John.
So I got to choose which sense was assaulted at a time. I couldn't have all of them good. So the little things started to build up. There was the bug thing wasn't like terrible, but it was a factor in. Like at first it was fine, you know, and you're
said
playing
bug
it up
thing?
like, because you know it's a video. And
Wait, did he
oh,
actually?
good.
Yeah.
So the little thing started to build up. You know, there was like the bug thing wasn't like terrible, but it was a.
Jimmy, you really letting bugs invade his John? Are you
shouldn't even
serious,
have
gang?
bugs.
How is there bugs in a studio? Like, what it, wait, yo, this is really killing. Well, obviously, bugs can get inside the house just like they do normally in every John. But, like, bro, this is something you got to watch out for, Jimmy. Again, like, on top of the solitary confinement thing, you got to hash these videos down better. I totally
Right,
understand.
you can't get people sick.
Like, you feel me? Like, that John is just not finna work, bro.
What?
It's just not, nah, bro. Like,
We'll see. I don't know. We don't know.
yeah. But, hey, let's keep going.
The factor in. Like at first it was fine, you know, and you're playing it up like, because you know it's a video, and it got to a point where like they weren't turning the lights off. You know, I asked them, I said, can we like have like nighttime hours? You know, and they said no because it would fuck up the time lapse shots. The time lapse of what? Me sleeping or me not sleeping? Yeah, I saw in other videos they did like, oh, you're gonna get XYZ hours of sunlight. Oh, great! Want to know how they figured that one out? I didn't have it.
I give him that. I'll give him that too. I ain't gonna lie.
Sunlight?
Yeah.
In solitary confinement, there's no sun?
Like no, they weren't, not even this, not the sun. He's talking about the lights. They weren't turning off the lights. You know how like most people sleep in the dark. Like you turn off the lights before you go to sleep. They weren't doing that for him, which is a war crime, which I'm pretty sure, hold on, they're about to bring up. Hold on.
You know, one of the things was you got to take away your clock, so you didn't know what time it was. Okay, I got no access to sun. I got no access to clock. I don't know, like, the lights are on me all the time. I wasn't sleeping. I could not sleep, and I have insomnia problems now. But they might have started there. I had good people looking out for me. I had a lot of good people looking out for me, saying, "This, we gotta stop." So I just wanted to turn the lights off, and I'm vocalizing to people. I wish the lights would turn off. And I go up to my friend, my good friend, and I go, "They're not turning the lights off." He goes, "What? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do."
Yes, the UN nations consider sleep deprivation to be a form of torture and a war crime under the Geneva Convention. And the UN Torture Convention. The UN defines torture as any physical or mental pain or suffering, and sleep deprivation cause serious physical and mental harm. It can, I ain't gonna lie, because if you go like 4 days without sleeping, I don't know if y'all seen this dude recently that tried to stay up for 11 days. You literally go delirious, like you literally get hallucinations in John. So it's also prohibited by international law such as cruel, inhumane, or degrading treatments of detainees.
Okay.
So like quite literally, we can't, you can't do this to actual like war prisoners, like POAs, POWs, prisoners of war. So like, bro, Jimmy, what were we thinking?
No, I got a question though.
Like, why did you even do this? Oh my god.
What is this video?
Solitary confinement.
Okay, no.
$10,000 a day solitary confinement.
What does solitary confinement mean?
You're in solitary confinement. You're by yourself in a cage, basically, in a cell. I don't know.
Right, and he has to be in this, right?
Yeah.
Go back a little bit.
Okay. So nah, don't worry. Mom's building up a point. I like this. Mom building a point.
And I'm looking out for me, saying, "This, we gotta stop." So I just wanted to turn the lights off.
We.
And I'm vocalizing to
Wait,
people.
keep on. He's vocalizing to people.
And I go up to my friend, my
He
good
goes
friend.
up to his friend.
Oh wait, I get what you're saying now. Okay, wait.
Who is we?
No.
Who are you vocalizing this to? And who are you going up to? Who's
No,
your
okay.
friend?
So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I will explain it. You can't technically like have him legitimately talk to no one for 30 days straight, because again, that would be against the Geneva Convention.
Okay.
That would seriously be against. You know how in jail, like they still have to deliver your food, so it is
Right, okay.
technically human contact,
Okay.
even though they don't deserve. I'm gonna be honest. Them solitary confinement bulls, if you're in there, bro, you don't even deserve that, John. So that's beside the point. But even in this, Jimmy has to come through at least once in a while.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he says Jimmy had to come through like an hour each day to go check on him, make sure he's good, and then
I can see
obviously
he's talking to the cameras.
when Jimmy is not there, like there's still gonna be people monitoring him, like editors and people like obviously.
and then coming in and out.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying,
okay.
like here and there. So like
So it
I
wasn't
understand
solitary
that.
confinement.
So it really wasn't that much solitary confinement, but even still, not turning on the lights is directly a war crime of sleep deprivation. So that's still bad. So that's what I'm saying, Jimmy. What are we doing, bruv? We gotta lock in. This is as the biggest content creator in the genre. I know like during this time he only probably had like 40 mil maybe. I don't even think so then. And I know back in this time he wasn't as big. So it's just like we're still trying to figure out how to do this best corpo style and then benefit for everybody, like or whatever. But even still, this is not something you can just oversight. It's really not something you can oversight. Nah, like so.
Right,
Again,
right.
Jimmy condemned. Jake, I'm feeling for you, baby.
keep
That's
going.
tough. I ain't gonna hold you.
And I go, "They're not turning the lights off." He goes, "What? That's a war crime."
Oh, yeah, we can see it.
So they're giving me, melatonin, it's not helping, and then Jimmy would come in like every other day for like an hour, to check in on me because he's doing other
Every
stuff.
other day.
I'm just the guy in the cage over here. He'll come back to me in a minute.
He giving him melatonin. They shouldn't be giving him no drugs to sleep.
See, yeah, I agree with that too.
I
But
don't, like I said, I don't know any truth in any of this.
to combat this point though, and I know this is bad, is like, cause he's like, oh, you'll get back to the guy in the cage, but at the same time, Jake, bro, you knew who Jimmy was even before this video, bro. He's one of the biggest YouTubers ever. You think he's about to be sitting here the
Just
whole
doing
day with
one.
you? Yeah, like
or just doing one video at a time.
yeah, he's not
doing more than
not
one.
just doing more than one video at a time, and two, like, even to go based off that point of, like, not only doing one video, like, he can't be there the whole time for you. That would just really go against the challenge as a whole, because then is part of the challenge is solitary confinement. I know that's like illegal, but they could have done this concept better. But like, if he's there all the time, then how was that? Like,
He was there every other day for an hour.
I don't
Well,
know.
at least he came.
So he'd come by, he'd get the shots, he'd leave. Sometimes he'd have a note to the director over the phone that would really piss me off. This is a note I got from the director, from Jimmy, when I'm receiving some cash. He said, Jimmy said, can you say to the camera how thankful you are that now you can pay back your student loans?
And okay, see, this is what I was talking about earlier, getting to the point of this. Now, me personally, and y'all gonna have to call me the Shaboing Boing Glazer. I'm looking directly in this camera. Directly in this camera. Yo, Jimmy, I appreciate you for them student loans, my guy. I'm not feeling no sense of pride. Y'all gotta really understand, this is a different level. Me and him are totally different people, totally different lives that we live, totally raised differently. Like, yo, I not understand that. So if y'all gonna call me like, yo, the Mr.Beast Glazer, the simp, the yada yada, the what? Hey, bro, that's really tough. But guess what? My student loan's still about to get paid off after this, boy. So no matter if you call me what, hey, I have $0 in debt. Now what? Please tell me. And I understand for him, like, yo, it's kind of wrong for Jimmy to be like, yo, bro, say this, John, bro. I'm that guy. I'm the one putting this on for you. I know that you can see it from that perspective. And that is wrong. But at the end of the day, I'm not feeling no pain from that, bro. I'm not feeling nothing. My pride, I don't have, bro. My pride for this? Nah, bro. Yo, I'm not, yo, is this 300K about to come from somewhere else? 300K ain't a factor of if he did the whole month. Is this about to come from somewhere else that I could get all in one sitting? No. But I'll feel for Jake. That's messed up. Jimmy shouldn't have told him to do that, Joe. He should have just let Jake say whatever, be thankful on his own terms. I feel that.
You know how hard it was to do a take of that?
Tell me.
To pretend to make it genuine?
Man, I'd have been getting
I don't want to have student loans. I don't want to be a cage.
Yeah, me too. I would have been straight at the Emmys. I ain't gonna lie.
And war goes to
Mom and Trill. I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, though, yeah. And we're not saying all this to like just play off what he's saying. We do generally feel bad for him, obviously. Like, this is like on a human level, like, bro, they shouldn't be doing this to him. But at the same time, this is not something that would bother me. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Because at the end of the day, it's like, my John's still getting paid off. I don't know. But again, seeing it from a different lens.
But Jimmy's the guy with the money, and if you do what he says, he'll do what you want. You want your student loans paid off? You just be in his cage. And you have power over people. When one person doesn't have resources and the other one does, and they hold it over your head, and you go, of course, yeah, I agreed to it. I needed it, of course. And just something about like having the cameras on me all the time. Like I was not having a good time, but we were filming a video, so I was trying my best to be funny. I'm a dark comic. I got bits about. I had a very traumatic life. I have my dad is in jail for sexual assault of a minor. So
This Jake, you should have never said. This was quite literally irrelevant. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, and I can look past this as a human, John. That's his dad. This really has nothing to do with him as a person. But you have to remember, Jake, people on the internet quite literally have monkey brain NPC 2 brain cells. So they hear this, and anything that come out your mouth is quite literally discredible to them. Like, anything that you say, his dad is a pedophile. What about him?
No,
So I can't trust him.
Yeah, he's hereditary. It's hereditary now. He's doing it.
Where, like, on that dumb mindset.
Yeah.
But this is how heads think, Jake. You should have never said this. This was quite literally the definition of TMI.
My dad's in jail, and then kept on.
Yeah, like this.
And let them Twitter heads go research why your dad was in jail. Let them do it on their own.
It's especially with what's going on with some of the heads.
You shouldn't have even said
Jake,
that.
you should not have said this. You should not have said. I'm gonna be honest.
this kind of stuff is very near and dear to my heart. I don't fuck around with this shit. I have jokes about that in my act. You know, I joke about it because, you know, that's what you do in a traumatic experience. You know, abusive relationships that I get out of it.
Disagree. That's what some people do in traumatic experiences. Not everyone. And considering you became a stand-up comedian, I can see where that comes from, but not everyone. Nah, still should not have said this.
First thing I do is I do a tight find about it. You know, so I'm in this situation where my mental health is not good. My physical health is getting worse, but we're filming. So I'm doing bits. I'm talking to the camera. And I'm being, you know, like, hey, it's been a couple days. I'm not doing so hot, you know, which if I'm filming a video, that's what I should be doing for the camera. But it was too real. If they're faking videos, why couldn't we fake this one? You know?
You know what? You know what? Jake has an actual fair point on that. I'm not even mad at him. He has a fair point because, yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Why are we not faking?
Some of them other Jones are scripted, and I know they were scripted and fake. They probably should have, especially with him, they definitely should have faked this one. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro.
I would.
They should have absolutely faked this one.
Why we not faking some of these hours that I'm in here?
We should have faked the time lapse. We should have faked getting rid of the stuff. We should have faked all of it. I'm gonna be honest, bro.
We should have faked that it was still light when it was dark because I was sleeping.
Exactly. Well, no, they never turned out the lights. So,
no, I'm just saying they should have faked that part. Like, it was still light.
Like that. Well, nah, but then what did they actually turn out the? See, we're getting too deep into it. I'm gonna just put it like this. I agree with Jake on this. We should have faked this video because if we knew this was gonna be the consequences,
why didn't we fake
I
some of this part?
I would have faked this boy so pristine. You know how Dawson was talking about CGI in other videos, boy? I'd have made the whole John look 6K CGI. It would have looked real. I'm not gonna cap, bro. That's really tough. Yo.
We're allowed to let these cast members have some time off of this difficult challenge. How come we couldn't turn the lights off?
Yeah.
No, I do agree.
See what I just said? I'm like, yo, why can't we just fake?
But then I have to look. This is all allegedly because the only proof of him even doing any of this stuff is that one screenshot.
Right. That's
So
what
it's
I'm saying.
like,
I don't even know.
It's all.
These days.
This is why drama sucks because it is all he said, she said. It really is though. Unless somebody has definitive proof, like Mr. T Lexify, he absolutely destroyed the allegations. I'm not gonna cap. But like, bro, this is why I need definitive evidence, brother. So I'm tired of allegations, bro, because it's just gonna forever be he said she said drama farming, and we're drama farming. I'm gonna keep it a buck because we're watching this. But like, still.
Did you try to get him?
Yes. I was starting to calculate. I don't know if I can do 30. How much can I? Well, how can I manage to get out of here sooner and still have a video and still have some cash and?
Jake. Before this controversy, I looked at Jimmy as a very good person, and I'll admit, as NPC brain as that was, he was doing a lot of good. His videos were cool.
But how we know he's doing bad?
I said it was script. I said many times was scripted. I was skeptical. I don't care how much I love Jimmy. If I feel like I'm getting tortured in a video, I don't care. You have millions of dollars, and you quite literally did a second attempt of this same video. So me doing this, you might have wasted these resources, bro. You can still use the set and most of these items, clean them off. You have a whole team. If you felt like you needed to get out of here, Jake, tell them. I don't care what peer pressure they trying to put on me, bro.
I'm out.
Because stuff like this stuff coming out is destroying their rep. So what do you think they're going to choose? Let this guy walk, fine. We don't have this video from him. We'll get somebody else. Or, let's peer pressure him into this genre. And let's have our reputations ruined now.
Yeah. It's torture.
Jake,
Keep him here.
You should have told him explicitly before the thing that's about to come up that, I can't do it no more, y'all. I got to leave. My fault. I'm sorry. I'm that serious. Like, my bad. I'm really ruining y'all, John. I understand if y'all never call me back. I mean, I should have never accepted a call back in the first place. But that's beside the point. I understand if y'all never call me back, but I can't do it no more, bro. I'm not doing well at all. I can't handle this, John.
And I want my money.
And they would have to pay him too because if they did it for that, John,
and
then that's even worse on them.
Yeah, I want my money too. I tried. Y'all torturing me.
I don't care how much peer pressure they try to put on you. Jake, you failed in their peer pressure department. Sorry, you failed. You should have straight up told them way before this, John. I can't handle it. I need to leave.
Yeah, I'm getting sick or something. I don't feel good.
Bro.
Something stank. The
You
bugs are
failed
crawling on me.
yourself.
Something.
I'm sorry.
I gotta go.
Jake, you failed yourself. I'm sorry.
Get the plug, man. I did. Since we're doing time-lapse shots, and since they insisted on time-lapse shots, I said, all right, we're gonna do time-lapse shots back. I put my YouTube on with the whiteboard they gave me. And I was like, all right, go ahead and scrub that footage. You got that whiteboard. Oh, no. Either that goes in, or this footage is unusable. And then, James Warren came in and erased it. Don't put that.
Yeah, that's major dick eat on the Mr. Beast complex in the team. That's major dick eating. Y'all should have at least let him plug. I ain't gonna cap. Like that's dick eating. Now that's definition of this cloud ain't free. And that sucks. I ain't gonna lie. That does suck for Jake. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That is bad.
Hey, we can torture him. Don't you dare let him get a plug in there, you know?
Yeah, no, that's bad.
So,
That's dick eating.
Like we were playing up the joke, you know? It's like I'm the boy in the cage, you know, whatever. Like I'll play into a joke, whatever, it's fine. It's just something weird about when Jimmy jokes. I have jokes about my dad because I love jokes with my dad. I'll joke with my dad all the time. That guy's a piece of shit. I hate my dad. I have friends that make fun of my dad. And that's fine because I know their intent. I know where they're coming from. When Jimmy joked with my dad, and I still thought it seemed weird. I don't like it. We were doing that one of those hide and seek videos again. You know, at the time they were a lot realer. So I got caught, and when you get caught, you know, you go to the place where you get caught. And I don't know if there's footage of this. I don't know if I definitely didn't make the final cut. But he says to me, "All right, you're going to jail. You know, like your dad."
I don't think Jimmy should say that.
Oh, he
said it.
You know what? I'm happy Jake just mentioned that because this was a big point I think I was gonna mention at the end of the video, but the end of the video deals with Delaware. I'm just gonna let y'all know, and I need to go into that. That's a whole rant in itself. Jake, you used to work for Mr. Beast. Dawson, you used to work for Mr. Beast. Y'all both, I'm assuming, had NDAs, right? Let me let y'all know something. Jimmy, you said earlier in this vid, did not turn the lights off. He committed a war crime against the Geneva Convention. Y'all know what that is. When countries fight and all that, you know, go to war. Certain laws you just cannot break because they're just straight up inhumane. Like, you just, like, this is some real, like, horror movie, John. A war crime. That is, like, top tier level. You're telling me that your NDAs didn't go void for this? Where is the footage? Where is this footage at? They committed a war crime. This is top tier. The NDAs are done. I don't care what day was on, bro. NDAs are not valid for crimes. You cannot cover up a crime with NDAs. Where is this footage? No one has access to this, John? No one. I understand if they deleted it all, but we don't even know. We don't know if they did that or not. So no one can obtain. Dawson, you talking about the CEOs hunting down your peoples in the company. Not one of them have access to these files? Not one person. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, yo, I don't know. Obviously, bro, I'm just a viewer, bro. I don't know what's going down in the Mr. Beast complex, but I just find that so funny that the only thing we have is a screenshot and not one video file or nothing.
It's a joke. But when my friends do it, it's fine. And Jimmy just wasn't my friend. He was my boss. And that wasn't cool.
Bro.
And so now,
even if I was your friend, why would I joke about your dad being a pedophile?
Oh, you going to jail like your father. That ain't cool to come out of nobody's mouth.
I don't even care if, like, it is out of jail. Like, that's just not even something I'm going to say to you as a joke.
Yeah.
Like, hi, bro, just like your dad, bro. What?
You're going to jail just like your dad. That's messed up. He probably did say it.
I don't know.
But,
Well, honestly, no one, like, looking back, yo, his best friend, Ava Chris Tyson, I ain't gonna lie, they were, and looking at his whole concept back in 2016, they were edgy bulls. So yeah, I believe it. They were them edgy kids that was watching Leafy's hearing.
Yeah, they thought it was funny.
Which is bad, and I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's not bad. It's bad. Like, yo, you shouldn't be joking about nobody's parents. I wouldn't even do that. Like, that's. Come on, bro. And two, it's like, bro, Jimmy, why, bro? I get that you're an edgy bull, but you went corpo, bro. You can't. You gotta act corpo now. That's tough. You gotta be an NPC. My bad. I know that sounds crazy, but bro, you went corpo, so now you have to act corpo, bro. You need to have that ear to ear smile plastered on your face, Joker smile. You better never frown. You better never say nothing bad. And I know that sounds crazy, but bro, that's what happens when you get corpo, bro. John start getting like that, bro. John start getting NPC.
He curse a lot.
Oh, that's irrelevant. That's literally mom yap right there.
For you. No, that is.
That's mom yap, bro. Nobody.
Don't say who kiss, in my opinion. That's how I feel.
No, and that's your opinion. Is that not your opinion?
Yeah.
But everybody curses too much nowadays. But that's even besides this point. My main thing is that, like, yo, Jimmy, why were you doing this? Why were you talking about his dad? Jake, why did you even mention your dad?
Because he mentions it in his jokes. Go ahead.
And like,
I'm locked in a cage at his whim.
No. On your whim. No. Stop this. This is what I just said earlier. You can leave. You just got bottled down by peer pressure. Jimmy's a millionaire. He quite literally did make this video again. Tough. Sorry.
And I have to do things to get the cash I need.
I understand that.
And I got these cameras on me all the time.
Video.
And I was unwell. I had editors coming up to me. Said, "You good, bud?" And I was like, yeah, boy, you're clearly unwell. And he goes, well, because the footage you're sending in is haunting. Because I'm trying to be funny, but I am mentally decaying, so I'm doing bits. Someone said there is a horror cut of a video in this. And I'm saying, like, who's watching this? Like, who wants to see this? What is fun about this, the video? And so
I don't know, Jake. Probably like 100 million people. I don't know, including us, unfortunately. But I agree with him. I ain't gonna lie. It's getting at least allegedly from his experience, it is getting crazy. Like this is wild now. Like this is probably some John that we should not be partaking in.
The thing that made me want to, I gotta get out. I can't do another day in a year. Jimmy comes in and I'm asleep. I don't know what time it is. I don't know, it's like 2 or 3 or whatever. He's like, why is he sleeping? I don't know, because I can't sleep. And he comes in, he wakes me up. And he goes, ask me why I have 2 briefcases. And I'm like, why do you have 2 briefcases? And he goes, oh, because this one's for today, and this one's for the challenge. And I go, what's the challenge today? He goes, you're gonna run a marathon. You're gonna do the 22.6K, whatever it is. And you're gonna do it on that treadmill over there. The first challenge I did was a Rubik's Cube, and I'm dyslexic, I'm dumb, I don't know how to do a Rubik's Cube. So your first challenge Rubik's Cube, I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. I was like, on camera, I don't want to do it. You go, just do it for the thing, my kid, Like, there was an element of, oh, Jake will do what we want because he's in-house. That's one of the reasons why they got me. Jake's, he's...
What do you think about this? I don't know. The head's gonna say I'm yapping. What do you think about this?
About what? That he just doing stuff because Jimmy keep asking him?
Like, I just feel like he fell into peer pressure. That's all I'm getting from this. Like, I feel bad, like, allegedly again, because, again, the only proof of this is a screenshot. Mm-hmm. But, like, if this jump really happened, though, bro, Jake, I'm sorry, bro. The peer pressure just not going for me. If I'm not feeling something, I tell my peoples all the time, I'm not doing this, John. I tell mom, yo, if I don't feel like recording or something, John, I'm just not doing it today. Like, yo, that's just how it is, bro. Like, we have voices. You're acting like you have no voice at all. Jake's in the house. He'll do what we say. No, Jake is an individual human being. If he doesn't want to do something, John, he doesn't have to do it. You said no to the Rubik's Cube. Why didn't you pull down and stamp on? You said no to the marathon.
Didn't he? He didn't do the Rubik's Cube?
He didn't do it. Oh, no, actually, no, I'm lying.
Because
he said, did. No, because what did Jimmy say? Oh, can you just do the thing? But yeah. See, now I'm even more confused because I didn't want to do that. Can you just do the thing? So did you do it? I'm assuming you did.
Yeah.
All right, so then, let me take that back. I was wrong in that, John. Take that back. Head's gonna be like, oh my God, Mr. Probation. But like, yo, okay, so he say he didn't do
doing everything.
Peer pressure. Say you didn't want. I know you didn't want to do this marathon. Peer pressure. You could have said nah. Jimmy is not God. He's not Messiah. He's not Jesus.
But he wanted the money.
I understand that.
He was doing whatever he needed to do.
But if you know you can't run a marathon, say no.
Why couldn't he fake that part?
If you know exactly, no, trust me, we're gonna get that. But like, yo. If you knew that you couldn't last 30, no, bro, you should have told them, nah, I'm out. Really stamped. And I know you could have because they straight up made this part 2. Well, not part 2, but they remade the video with somebody else. They really didn't care. I don't know. Maybe I'm evil. Who knows?
He's an inside guy, so he'll do whatever. We can push him a little extra hard because we know he's good. We know he's
no.
I couldn't say no to the treadmill thing. Yeah.
Wait.
A little extra hard because we know he's good. We know he's. I couldn't say no to the treadmill thing.
On basis of what? Peer pressure? That's it. If Mom, say you Jimmy, right? And I'm standing right here. You gotta go do the marathon on the treadmill.
Then the video's over.
Bro, go ahead, do the.
All right.
Brett, go ahead, go do the jump on the treadmill. Nah. Go do it on the treadmill. Nah. All right, well then we gotta end the video. Okay. I don't want to be here anyway. I was getting tortured through war crimes. The smells are horrendous.
Eaten by bugs, probably.
Getting eaten alive by bugs. All this, John. I could technically sue you on the grounds of this, and Jake is gonna mention that, John. I'm not doing it. You fell for the peer pressure, Jake. No matter what, too, because I'm sure you signed a contract. So even up to that point, maybe it can't pay off everything that you need to pay off, but you still got some cheese. I don't understand. This is just you fell into peer pressure. I'm sorry, like this. That's just what it is. I feel bad if this John actually did happen. Like, bro, they shouldn't make you run a marathon. That's some crazy work, bro. But like, you're mean to tell me you couldn't say no at all? That's cap, brother. That's cap. I know that's cap. Especially on what he's about to say. I know it's cap.
Yeah. So I people who run marathons train forever. Yeah. It's still hard. Yeah. Again, writer. So I don't run. You know, let alone a marathon. Let alone have training for it. So I was in a sunlightless,
Did you try to say no? Like, did you have a choice or?
based on the Rubik's Cube thing and based on all the other stuff,
What
like
do you
you gotta,
mean?
there was so much pressure to just do it, just do the thing, you know?
You forget it.
And you get up, and if I refuse, it's just, oh, that's the whole video. I guess the budget's, so much money up in flames because Jake said he wouldn't want to do the thing.
Who cares? He's Mr. Beast. You got millions of dollars, and he did it again. Bro, what are we talking about?
And so I wanted to be a good sport, and I wanted to get the boost, and I wanted the cash, and so
Peer
I started
pressure.
running at 12. I was able to take some breaks, and I asked him, how long do I have? He goes, until I get back. And I'm running until 3 a.m. All right, I got off the treadmill. Oh, the blisters I had on my feet were like, you wouldn't believe, just all over, just these big red. I couldn't walk. My muscles were like just the lactic acid.
Again, if this did happen, I do feel that pain though. As somebody who ran track, yo, the lactic acid be hurting so bad. Holy crap! Like yo, you dead can't feel your legs, and I can only imagine he ran out like if again, because I'm going to be saying if because this is again allegations. We cannot confirm this, bro. No matter unless we get video proof or some junk, this legitimately happened. This cannot be confirmed. So. Yeah, the lactic acid buildup, your legs basically go numb, bro. You probably couldn't even walk like after this jump. This is terrible. It's bad. Jimmy, you should not have done this to him, bro. If this actually happened, you should not have done this to him, bro. Handle this jump better. You should know, like, bro, what normal person can easily just run a marathon, no matter if they have breaks or not. That's just not how that jump work, bro. You gotta think more into this, Jimmy. And your editing team and your writers team, y'all gotta think better than this, bro. Come on. Y'all a $1 billion company, bro. Y'all gotta lock in and really start thinking about people's consciousness and all that type of jazz. And the mental pain and physical pain they gonna go through. You gotta think about this type jump. Gonna get condemned, Jimmy. Lock in.
I got off the treadmill, and then the people that came in to like ice my feet, make sure I was good. Then that's when I was like, I'm done. I can't. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out.
So you're done, right? You're done. You don't want to do this no more. So now I'll ask you, Jake, what was stopping you from saying this a week ago? What was stopping you from saying this half a month ago? Now you're done? After this? You already were going through all the things I just mentioned like 2 minutes ago. Now you're done? Jake, you should have been quit. I'm sorry. I feel bad for you if this happened, but this is your fault.
Wow. I mean, that's when I get psych in, and I talk to psych about how I'm not well. And
Clearly. You've been not well for a minute.
like I said, there was a lot of good people over there that was saying, you got to pull him out. Yeah, I had friends that did some freelance work, and they would tell me, they'd be like, yeah, everyone knows you over there, everybody loves you. They go, oh, Jake Weddle, love that guy. Shame what happened to him. Like I'm a ghost. And I asked him, I said, how much longer are you guys going to keep me in here? And the guy goes, realistically, like at least 7 more days?
Didn't you say you were done? But hold on.
No. And they didn't let me leave right away either. They wanted to make sure, everything was fine.
You know what? Yeah, no.
So I just, slept for a while.
No.
They turned the lights off. And they brought in all my friends, to make it.
Yo, I'm sorry. Like maybe I'm
They
evil.
brought around people
Like, Mom, am I evil? Because I don't feel nothing for his tears. I don't feel anything.
I'm trying to figure out why he's crying. Because
like,
his friends came.
maybe I'm evil.
Because it's over.
You could have. What was stop?
He was tortured, and he's
You were
he's
done.
sad.
Yo, you didn't want to. Yo, like I'm lost. I'm lost. Like super lost, bro. You could have been not doing this. You could have been quit.
He never said, "Well, I couldn't leave because of my contract." He never mentioned because of a contract.
That's what I'm saying.
He never mentioned because of a contract.
No, Mom.
You
it
say
is
that.
quite clear that it's peer pressure is what kept him there. But then I have to look at you and be like, yo, that's because of your own mental fortitude.
I would have been like, "Oh yeah, I was afraid to break the contract." He never mentioned because of the contract.
Because it wasn't the contract, Mom. The concept of the video at first was 100 days or whatever, right? It was 100 days. You got to stay to 100 days, like some of the other videos. That's not what it turned into. It turned into $10,000 a day.
Mm-hmm.
So he could have quit first day with just 10K if he really wanted to, but then they wouldn't have a video. But you still got to pay him because y'all signed a contract for him to do this.
Mm-hmm.
You still would have got the money. So I'm so confused. Jake, why didn't you just quit? Who cares about Jimmy in this case? You already didn't like him. The reason you went in, you tried to get more money to cut you a severance, you already had this negative stigma. And you're talking about keeping up public appearances so you can come back. Bro, I'm sorry, I have to look at you left. I have to look at you and know, like, bro, yeah, I'm gonna feel bad, but at the end of the day, I know what all this was for. What was it for, Mom?
Money?
Duh.
Couldn't have been for anything else.
It couldn't have been. It's like, what? Bro. The bringing in a friends thing or whatever, not letting him leave is bad. Like, if he said right after the treadmill thing, y'all want to leave, I get that you want to psych evaluate him or whatever. I would do the psych evaluate and let him walk. We don't even need to deal with this. Let him walk. Oh, and Jimmy, because I know we gonna mention this in another video that we gonna have to watch. It probably won't be out today, but one of these other days during this week. Jimmy, you should have been apologized to this fool. You should have been apologized. I don't know what you on, bro. I don't know if like the guys got you on ego fuel, bro. YouTube copium. This fool think he's God. But yo, you should have been apologized to this fool, because now you're dealing with the repercussions today. And I'm not gonna say it's gonna destroy your career. You're the biggest YouTuber in the world ever. But yeah, it's really heftily negatively impacting it a lot. So here's that.
Select. And Jimmy. Then everybody was around me making sure I was good, making sure I was okay. But Jimmy had his he was sitting in the chair turned around like an evil villain. Swear to God, everyone was looking at me and he was like Lex Luthor over there. He turns around, he stands up. He does the exact same thing when he's pretending to have a human connection. You know when you're watching a video and he's like, oh, stop, you're gonna make me cry. And he like touches his eye or whatever as if he's crying. He's just...
This is a non-factor point. Obviously, he's not about to be bawling his eyes out, bro. Like, what? Like, this, I'm sorry, this is a point that doesn't affect me. Now, I have to question this thing of him sitting over there like Lex Luthor again. Proof? None. All right. So, and again, Mr.Beast Glaze? Call it, but he has no proof of that, John. And already knowing what his profession is, he's a comedian, he plays up bits. He literally said this earlier in the video, that he plays things up. How do I not know you just jazzing this boy up?
I don't know.
We don't.
I didn't have to pretend to do that shit. She says, as if rehearsed by his lawyers. Yeah, you know, your mental health is the most important thing. You know, just want to make sure you're okay. And the last thing we want you to do is... I can almost hear the word Sue come out of his mouth. The S. Just stop it.
This I believe, though. I'm be honest, yeah. Because at that point, yo, he committed a war crime. Of course you could sue him. Like, you know what I mean? Anyway.
Before I got out. I did not yet the 300K. But I got. He goes, think of it this way. At least you get to keep what you earned. You know, you were in there for XYZ days.
I believe it was because in the most recent John now, Jimmy was trying to give him 190K to fill out the rest of the 30 days. So I believe it was $110,000. So he stayed for like 11 days. I think.
But they said 7 more days.
I could be wrong. Oh.
They said,
no,
got about 7 more days.
They wanted, he said, how much time do you think I'll have left to still be able to make a good video even without the 30? And they said realistically about a week. And he said, nah, that's when he just quit.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying they needed 7 more days.
Nah.
Did XYZ challenges, so you got, 100,000 some change, you know?
See, 100,000, 110,000. But Jake, here's the thing I was mentioning back in the beginning of the video. Just because you got peer pressured into being tortured does not mean you got entitled to that whole month's worth of money. Again, you had to last that long. You only lasted 11 days, so you're going to get $110,000 because you lasted 11 days, 10K a day. I don't know who brain rotted, gassed your mind up to think that you were just entitled to this cheese because you basically peer pressured yourself into getting tortured. But I don't know, baby. That's tough. I ain't gonna cap. Like, yo, I mean. And then we gonna watch that other video that Jake posted recently, bro, because he made even some worse points in that boy. But that's not even a factor of this. Again, and I'm not saying all this to disregard the fact that Jimmy did make him do all these challenges stuff allegedly, because all of that is bad. Everything that he mentioned, if so true, and I have to say this multiple times because heads really don't understand what the word allegations mean. They, like, especially on Twitter. Allegedly, if all these allegations seriously happen, Jimmy, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro, you a terrible person, gang. Like on some John, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like you high key kind of a terrible person for this John, bro. And again, like and I'm gonna go off what Jake said earlier, bro. Just because you do charity does not mean you a good person, bro. That you could be doing it just to keep up looks. Now, I don't think Jimmy's just doing it to keep up looks, cause like at the same time. You could just do a couple of charity johns and then
And
then
that's it.
we already had the perception of him
Build
being
the
a
wells
good guy.
and then leave it at that.
Yeah, no, seriously, exactly. Because, like, bro, who else is building wells in Africa? No one. So they're going to, of course, look at you good from this one jump. But he's consistently keep doing his jump. So that's why I'm like, it can't just be for that. I mean, obviously, it's making money too, but the proceeds go right back. At least on the philanthropy page, the proceeds go right back into doing more stuff. But, Jake, man, I'm sorry. You fell for the peer pressure, brother. I'm sorry. Like, I feel bad, but I'm sorry.
You know how much money I spent in taxes in 2021? I spent $44,000 in taxes alone.
Yeah,
And
that's called making money.
I spent all that money on doing stand-up. I bought plane tickets to go do comedy festivals. You know, my family back home, I gave them a bunch of stuff that they needed. And I haven't been back on a Beast set.
Yeah, sorry. Some of y'all are going to hate me for this, but I was telling Mom about this point specifically yesterday, too. Jake. I have no sympathy for you wasting your cheese on and I know I get it, stand-up is your passion. You're not a dramatic guy, but you're a guy who plays up props. You're a joker. You know what I'm saying? But blowing your cheese on a profession that is known to have a failure rate very high, whose fault is that but yours? Now, I appreciate you because you got stuff for your family. As a dude who family is the most important job to me, I respect that a lot. But you blowing your money on stand-up has nothing to do with this at all. None. What do you think?
He's just telling us what he spent his money on.
Same.
In any official capacity or unofficial capacity since then. And then they did the video with somebody else, and they worked out the kinks. And then I still got in some hot water, and I knew it would. And I've wanted to say a lot of this for a long, long, long time. And
What was stopping you, the NDA?
I feel good now. I just had to get that off there.
So I just want to hop in here and show some text that Jake sent me after this interview. This is July 29, 2021, a few days after he got out of solitary. How are you feeling after a few days? Better. I still couldn't sleep, even a few days out, but I almost have my sleep cycle back on track. My legs and joints are good, but the blisters on my feet still hurt to walk on. Medical advice I got was not to lance them and just let them go away with time. I'm mentally still in an uneasy place, but I've gotten back on better help. My therapist is a little concerned, but we are working on things. Mind you, this is not supposed to be a traumatic life event. This is supposed to be a Mr.Beast video. Hey, Jake, hope you're doing okay. Meg and I just wanted to check in on you.
Oh, yeah, by the way, BetterHelp, if he's talking about BetterHelp, the company of therapists, yeah, most of that joint is a scam. I'm just going to let y'all know. But that's beside the point.
Hey, I'm good, and I appreciate that. I'm not exactly 100%. I feel like mentally I'm still recovering a bit, but back in therapy, and my therapist is concerned. Haha, but my legs and joints feel better. Like, I can walk, but my feet are still covered on those blisters, and those hurt to walk on. But I was told the best thing to do is stay off my feet and let them heal. I'm in Raleigh with my family. Also, it'll be like a month before I get the money, and they aren't giving me all the money. They're giving me what I won up to that point in the game, which was also a slap in the face. But hey, I'm out.
Who told you were entitled to the whole 30 days? Did they tell? Yo, see, this is what I really want to know. On that phone call, when they called him up to tell them to John, I understand they told him, oh, we only need 30 days to realistically make a video. But did they tell him, yo, you're going to get paid out for the full 30 days? Because if they did, that's wrong. They should have paid him for that jump. But as far as I'm concerned, $10,000 a day. You stayed for 11 days. You're getting paid $110,000. You are not entitled to the rest of this cheese, Jake. Who told you this? This is pissing me off so much. Like, bro, this is quite literally, like, this is peak virtue signaling right now. Because I'm like, bruh, oh my God, they told you $10K a day. That was a concept. What do you mean it's a slap in the face? They're giving me what I want. Oh my God, y'all. He literally said himself, they are giving me what I won up to that point in the game. That's what it was supposed to be. Or maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. Yeah, let me know if I'm dumb.
I'm alive. Therapist who knows and cares about you. The whole thing was so fucked, and honestly, fuck them for not giving you the money. Meg and I are wishing you the best with your recovery, and please feel free to reach out if you need anyone to talk to or need a place to crash in New York. Hope you're doing well, man. That video you uploaded is money. So good. I appreciate. I'm doing better physically. Mentally, I'm still kind of in a place. I still can't sleep. I've slept 5 hours in the past 3 days, marathon included. I don't know what's wrong with me. Lots of thinking, too much, one might say. Hope they're taking care of you where they can. I mean, I was kind of shocked they didn't pay me for the full 25, 30 days. They paid me what I made up to that point. Like, even when we have to pull the plug for my mental health, the mechanism of the game is still at play. I'm just happy to be out. I still can't walk well, but it hurts less. And like, I'm not famous enough to burn a bridge. So at the end of the day, I'm still Jimmy's bitch. Like, if I was Carl and he did that.
Mom, does this not scream like, yo, you are though? I'm still, you are looking at yourself as if bro, you're done. And you got fired. You went on the video. It went bad. You're done. What are you talking about? Oh my God. Like, he's really the kind of person I really do despise. Like, I'm not even gonna cap right now. I told him everything they did to me, they can't do again in order to make sure the other person doesn't break down. Duh. But like the way the video is meant to function is a problem. It's a bad idea, full stop. I'll agree with that. Honestly, yeah. I do agree with Jake on that. It sounds clickbaity, sounds right up Jimmy's alley, but it's morally unethical, like on every level. Yeah. This part is so stupid though. And like, I'm not famous enough to burn a bridge. Did Jake not say at like, well, maybe this, no, this is right after the challenge. This is right after it. But he said when he got the severance checks before that, he wanted nothing to do. He hates Jimmy. But then you want to keep up public appearances so you can come back so they call you back? Jake, which one is it? You need to tell me, Jake.
No.
Do you want to come back? Do you want to come back because you know you're going to take advantage of these Johns even though you hate it? Or do you straight up hate it and never want to go back? Jake, you need to make a decision, brother.
Well, that's over with, so.
Well, it's done now, clearly.
Back,
I think it's done. But even during this time and back in the... Like, bro, oh my God. That is infuriating. Like, that is mad. Like, that gets me mad. So at the end of the day, I'm still Jimmy's... No, you're not, bro. Just leave and never go back. Aren't you doing stand-up? Focus on your stand-up. Why are you still caring about Jimmy after this, John? You should never want to go back to him. I understand, like, yo, if they did torture you, it's gonna be on your mind. But yo, you should cut Jimmy and all that other John out of your whole John. I understand if you're focusing on the torture, like you got blisters on your feet, your John hurting, like it's gonna be hard to ignore that. It's probably gonna bring up memories of being in there. But like, bro, you shouldn't even want to associate with Jimmy no more, bro. You're talking about like if I was Carl, and he did that to me, I'd ruin him. You're not Carl. You're not Carl. You never, well, not, and when I say this, I don't mean like on the ego tip. You're not Carl. You're a different human from Carl. You're Jake. You're Jake Weddle. Who cares if you were Carl? Yo, you're ruining them right now. You should have been did this if you felt like that. What are we talking? All right. Maybe he was still under NDA during this time. Maybe. I give him that cope. But as soon as your NDA ended, I ain't say nothing. Interesting. Don't know.
That to me, I'd ruin him. And they want to do it again. That could be your leverage. If the guy breaks down also, 2 is better than 1. Yeah, right. I told them everything they did to me that they can't do again in order to make sure the other person doesn't break down as fast. So like the way the video is meant to function is the problem. It's a bad idea, full stop. It sounds clickbaity, sounds right up Jimmy's alley, but it's morally unethical like on every
Again, I agree.
level.
They probably shouldn't have did this video.
Lights off at night, visitation, take the marathon out. Marathon is a video in itself. You can't expect someone to exert themselves like that for 45 seconds of content.
I agree.
The challenges really made it feel dehumanizing. Felt like a parody of Mr.Beast. I felt like the homeless guy they could exploit. It felt like if Jeff Bezos had a GIMP. It felt like if Jeff Bezos had a GIMP. Part of me wants the footage burned, and part of me thinks that there's a great horror cut in there. LMAO, he was so fake when he came in and said he cared about my mental health. They must have programmed the in there.
Part of me wants all the footage burned, and part of me thinks there's a great horror cut in there. Jake. Why would you want to get rid of your own evidence? Are you retarded? You're actually brain dead. Oh my God.
Well, somebody got it.
I understand because it's like, yeah, you don't want nobody to see this, John. But bro, if you're gonna now be in 2024 expose them, this footage would be absolutely excellent to have. Like, I mean, this full stop, this would be great to have. But hey, NDA, I guess. I don't know. Lema, he was so fake when he came in and said he cared about my mental health. Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Mayo, he was so fake when he came in and said he cared about my mental health. They must have programmed the care about mental health updates. He said, we also don't want you to, and I swear to our Lord and Savior, he stopped himself from saying sue.
Probably,
also, as far as like,
yeah,
he could have said no, he could have left at any time. I want to show the segment from an internal document at MrBeast called How to Succeed in MrBeast Production. Specifically on page 19, there's a paragraph called
this is
No
kinda
does
weird.
not mean no. Already insane, because it's sort of, it seems to be co-opting the popular anti-rape slogan.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm gonna get
Which is a terrible look given the allegations that are going to be coming out very soon. It reads, when dealing with people outside MrBeast Productions, never take no at face value. If we need a store to buy everything inside of, and you can call the local Dollar Tree, and the person that answers says, no, you can't film here, that literally doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, and the crazy part is the way this is written, Mom. It seems like Jimmy wrote this himself. So if he really did, this is absolutely like this is bad. Like I'm a kid. This is terrible. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like Jimmy, you just why? Like I get it. I get where he's trying to come from. Where it's like, yo, don't like keep going, bro. We really need to make these videos. Like don't just quit. But bro, what? that literally doesn't mean S is crazy work. Like, I mean, that's really crazy. Like what do you mean that? Nah, bro, you gonna get people fired in John because of this, bro. Like, shoot, I don't know if y'all had seen what happened with Gideon, why he stopped doing pranks for a good amount, because he went to like the Gatorade facility or something like that, and the people he was talking to, like, pranking, because he used to do, like, you know, big prank content. The people got fired, bro, because of his vid, because they let him in or whatever. They were talking to him. Jimmy, do you think that couldn't happen with you, gang? Just because you're Mr. Beast, you're more known in a positive light. I mean, Gideon was known in a positive light too, but since he's doing pranks, you know, it's kind of off. Like, do you think this couldn't happen to you too, gang? Jimmy, I feel like this was so easy for this zone to be avoided. Like, I just feel like it's so, like, bro, you just had to not do this and have better working conditions. I don't understand. Like, yo, I know it's way harder than what I'm saying to run a company. Clearly, I know how business and finances work. But, dog, this was like the trainee doc?
No does not mean no.
Come on! Like,
try that in something else.
John is so freaking stupid.
No mean no.
Why would you say this? Why would you even put this, yo, that means that, like, every bull that worked for Mr. Beast, maybe even including the freelancers, I don't know, read this doc. Are you serious? God.
Talk to other employees and see if they are fans or if any have kids that are fans. Try talking to their boss, their boss's boss. Have me DM them on Twitter and try their social team. If all avenues are exhausted and you are left with a no, that doesn't mean don't try the other Dollar Trees, because the manager of those could be huge fans and willing to bend the rules.
Yeah, that huge fan that bent the rules. Jimmy, what happens when they don't have a job no more? The button didn't go up. My bad. Whatever. I'm not even gonna try to do it anymore. It's not even funny. But yeah, no, seriously though, Jimmy, damn big fan. They got fired. You supplying them with a year's worth of salary till they get a new job? Let me know. I doubt it. Highly doubt it. And I don't know. I mean, I do. Shoot, that Mr. Beast Club do go crazy, bro. We saw what happened with Susie, Bailey, all the other heads as contestants. They do go crazy, but, bro, the manager gonna be in the video for maybe 5 seconds. I don't. Jimmy, this is a bad look, Jimmy. I'm sorry. This is a terrible look.
Basically, what I'm trying to convey is what we call pushing through no. Don't stop because one person told you no. Stop
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna buzz no more.
when all conceivable options are exhausted. This is one of many tools that, when combined, dramatically improve your probability of success when producing here. So yeah, this idea of like pushing through no's is a big component to
it's
working on
retarded.
Mr. Beast.
It's dumb.
And the way that it manifests itself a lot of the time is like a director might tell a producer, hey, we need access to 30 acres of farmland by Tuesday or we lose $500,000. Now, if you're the producer, you obviously know that means get it done or you lose your job.
Yep.
So what can happen is like a producer's calling up farmers saying, hey, I need to use your land. And the farmer might be like, okay, but, you know, I have animals, you can't be making really loud noises, no pyrotechnics, and you got to clean everything up. So the producer is sort of incentivized to lie and say, or maybe the producer doesn't even actually know the total contents of the video, right? Things changed last second. So they're very like, they're financially incentivized to be manipulative and sort of, they're put in positions where it's like, oh, it's either the producer's job or a civilian's job, like where it talks about, hey, maybe the manager would be willing to bend the rules. Well, you shouldn't really be pressuring civilians to bend the rules that could get them fired, you know? I'll show you a real life example. This is unused evidence from part 1. I had seen this Reddit post titled Mr. Beast leaving trash behind and debris at film site in Aden, North Carolina. Apparently, he left a large boat in a pond as well as debris around the film site in the bottom of the pond weeks and weeks after the agreed time frame. This actually rendered it unsafe for campers and then it's delayed the camp's opening date multiple times due to not being able to get in contact with Mr. Beast to get the stuff cleaned up out of the area. So I actually know that this is from a Mr. Beast video called Protect the Yacht, Keep It, where at the end of that video, he actually says,
If you're wondering, yes, we did ensure the lake was completely cleaned up after this video. For the love of God, subscribe so we can pass T-Series.
yeah, so he says at the end of the video that they made sure it was cleaned up. I was actually on site for part of this production. I was at this camp. So I decided to send an email out to the camp, basically saying, hey, I heard these rumors. I'm investigating a similar incidents. And the camp responded.
By the way, again, still playing devil's advocate. That's just a random Reddit thread. So in what way is that proof? Like, I'm trying to, that's some random bull on Reddit. Like, how are we supposed to use that as objective fact? Like, now I agree. If Jimmy didn't clean, that's bad. But like, bro, I'm not taking a Reddit thread serious, bro. You can say quite literally anything on the internet, bro. Heads are, bro. Twitter. That's all I'm gonna say.
Actually not denying the claims, going on to say, I am sure that there are no perfect film productions, just as there are no perfect people. I am grateful for the opportunity that we had to host the production crew, and because grace, or forgiveness, has been offered to me so freely, I will choose to offer the same. So clearly alluding to the fact that there was a wrongdoing by Mr. Beast's production team. And that's like sort of the...
Now, hold on, I need to read this. The camp director makes comment to subcontractors' professionalism and safety protocols, but notably does not deny that Mr. Beast left trash at the film site. He didn't confirm it either. So what does this mean?
Who didn't confirm it?
He sent the email out to the camp where they did
Yeah.
this, John. And they're saying, like, well, I guess we'll just read it out because did he? Nah, he didn't read it. Thank you for reaching out, Executive Director Blank. We have been hardworking and navigating our busy summer camp. The cast and crew we hosted in March put on quite a big production. I was able to meet some great folks from across the country who specialize in special effects and explosives. I learned a whole lot from them. First, they were very professional. They took their job seriously, and safety was always the first priority. They were subcontractors to the production crew, and they made sure everyone was safe and well informed. Working with the producers was a blessing. They communicated frequently and even texted me before the explosion were going to happen. They also made sure that they were able to live out our mission as a Christian camp while they were at blank. I am sure that there are no perfect film productions, just as there are no perfect people. I am grateful for the opportunity that we had to host the production crew, and because Grace has offered me to illiterate trail. And because grace has been offered to me so freely, I will choose to offer the same. Thank you for reaching out. We are now focused on finishing out a great summer camp season and are not interested in discussing this any further. So, and then off of Dawson's John, he's saying, did camp director camp director makes comment to the subcontractors' professionalism and safety protocols, but notably does not deny that Mr. Beast left trash on film site. But he didn't confirm it either. That's what I'm saying. He didn't say anything. All he basically said was like, oh yeah, the production crew and all that, they were cool. You know what I'm saying? We gave them an opportunity and they were able to give me an opportunity. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just want to finish it out. We don't want to say anything else. We don't want to get in controversy. Where in that confirms that they left debris and trash? I don't know. Again, this is why I want to play devil's advocate on all sides. Every side will get condemned for something that I feel like does not make any sense. I don't care if it's Dawson. I don't care if it's Jake. I don't care if it's Jimmy. Oh, and if you're Jake the Viking, you're just an idiot. I'm just gonna be a buck. Like, yeah, nothing that comes out his mouth is credible. I'm just gonna let you know right now. After that tweet.
So clearly alluding to the fact that there was a wrongdoing by Mr. Beast production team. And that's like sort of the thing is, if you're around Greenville, you know these stories of people working with Mr. Beast and it being extremely unprofessional, them not doing what they say, but they sort of get by a lot on their good public image. And like, I mean, this camp offered to host them completely for free. And I guarantee, like, if you went to the lake at the camp and you went magnet fishing, like, you'd find all sorts of debris that's still there to this day. Like, they didn't clean it all up. So in the case,
I don't know.
He could have it. But my rebuttal to that is at the bottom of the lake.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe stuff at the bottom of the lake. I don't know. They don't know.
They should clean everything up, but bro, if you think we're about to get every little piece of 1-inch scrap metal, like,
case of Jake Weddle, like, I'm sure that there were producers who were in a position of, hey, if Jake gets out early, we don't have a video and your job is at risk. So there's a tremendous amount of pressure on top of like him being delirious from not sleeping and everything to just manipulate him.
Too bad. Y'all tortured him. You're gonna lose. Yeah, you should lose your jobs. You just tortured this fool. Again, if it happened. Too bad. Maybe y'all should have pulled what Jake did and got y'all severance checks. You got fired, but hey, at least you're not a culprit in torturing somebody and going against the Geneva Convention. Which one do you think is worse? Now, and it goes back to the thing with the Rashid bull, or the bull we're calling Rashid. That's not his name, by the way, y'all. Yo, mom just made that up, so don't think that as fact. Please don't take that as fact. I ain't gonna lie. I might need to cut this part and put it in the beginning. So yeah, you don't take that as fact. But like, from that, John, yo, I know you got kids and all that type jazz, but bro, do you really want to be a culprit in something like this if it's going down this bad? Who cares about your freaking job? I would care about, yo, we probably gonna get sued and or get jail time. You can find, I know in this economy, and it's very hard to do this, but you can find another job, trust me. If that LinkedIn video by Tug is anything, bro, this economy's doomed. But that's beside the point. You can most likely find another job, especially if your credentials are, yo, you used to work for Mr.Beast, the biggest YouTube channel. I'm sure you can find another job. And you worried about, like, you gonna get fired? Because I'm sorry, I'm just not going for that. Jake shouldn't have got peer pressured and should have left when he felt he was totally kicked out physically and mentally. They should have never made this video in the first place, honestly. And if they're gonna make the video, because regardless, y'all know how Jimmy is, they should have never chose Jake in the first place. And y'all did choose Jake, so that's something you can't go back on. Y'all should have took the best precautions for everything in that jump. Y'all didn't. Jimmy, whole crew, y'all did not. That's y'all fault. So if you're a director on the joint, worried about your job, worried about getting fired, you should get fired. You're a terrible person if this actually happened. You deserve to get fired. Shoot. And Jimmy deserves to get condemned for this. Simple as that. Next.
And staying, which, you know, I'm sure this isn't like technically against the Geneva Convention on torture because he wasn't technically a prisoner. Like, he could have left at any time, but because of the extreme pressure to stay.
Now, Dawson, Dawson, stop. Not going for that. Because of the extreme pressure. I don't know if y'all knew. Like I said earlier, Jimmy's a millionaire. Make the video again. Next.
And it's not really a reasonable expectation that he could have
Yes,
just,
it is.
walked out.
Yes,
Because of
it
the
is.
implication.
I think Jimmy is a awkward kid who maybe had it a little rough
Yeah.
growing up. I can't speak on that, but I didn't have empathy
He's
for
an
it.
edgelord. He was an edgy
Exactly,
kid.
had it rough
Leave
growing
these
up.
here
and
type tip.
I think when you're hyper fixated on something, like I love stand up, he loves YouTube, everyone fixates on a thing. I think he just wanted to be the best YouTuber so bad, and because the industry's metrics, rewarded some not great behavior. If you're just going on autopilot based on what the numbers say, you can do some things that maybe aren't good.
Yeah, no, I
but
agree. I
reap
agree with
reward.
Jake on this. Honestly.
And I think Jimmy just did what the industry and maybe what the system that we have set up demanded. And he didn't care who got hurt. And I think Jimmy surrounded himself with really, really not so great people, and those people were the ones making the decisions. And I
don't know if they're. Yeah, I think he's talking about executives, but I was really about to say maybe Chris Tyson, but I mean,
No, he's
I
talking
don't.
about the team.
Yeah, no, he's talking about the execs, but
Mhm.
I was going. Yeah,
say really important. There are so many good people that work at Mr.Beast who are damn good at their jobs. Like,
oh yeah, no, they are. You see them bids?
when Jimmy comes in and asks
Even
for
if they are
something
fake, them guns
impossible,
crazy.
it's these people's jobs to do it, and they shouldn't be able to make it happen, and they do. And so, I don't think people wanted to talk about stuff because I didn't want my friends to lose their jobs. I don't care about my fucking job.
Oh no, hold on.
I don't care. But I don't want my friends to lose their jobs.
So what happened with Rashid?
The black kid with the
black dude with the kid.
20-year-old with the kid, right? Something like that.
You could have. He walked in the room with you. You could have told him, nah, bro. You said you wanted to keep your job. Don't come in here with me. You could have told him that, but you didn't. You did it, Jake.
And he could have stopped himself too. He ain't have to go in there. So.
No. He said himself. That's why, whatever happens to him, I don't care. Like, bro, he said he doesn't like Jimmy. He did not like he was on the side that disagreed with Jimmy, that wasn't getting no benefits, no nothing. He didn't want to be there. He quit, got his severance check. Fine. You don't want nothing to do with the company, even though you are a hypocrite because you came back keeping public appearances for the video.
Mm-hmm.
So you are a hypocrite for that, Jake. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. But like that, oh shoot, that's even besides the point. You could have easily told Bull with his kid, yo, I understand what's going on with you, bro. I understand why I keep this job. I understand you feel the same way I do. You feel I feel like I should get a raise too, and I understand that. But the risks highly outweigh the pros. So nah, bro. Even if he on his own mind, this Rashid Bull we talking about, even if on his own mind he decided to walk with you, you should have told him multiple times before you walk in this writer's office. Yo, bro, I don't think you should do this with me, gang. You should go back. Like, nah, chill, bro. Chill. You got a kid. I don't got that much to lose. You got a lot to lose. Chill. But you didn't, Jake. Whose fault is that? Now, it's Rashid's fault, too. I don't know why this fool really wanted to stand on some type of business. But you could have stepped in way more. Mm-hmm. You could have said something. Just like you really didn't say no, John, when they was really torturing you going against the Geneva Convention. But you didn't, Jake. You did not. So whose fault is that? You said you feel bad about it, but how bad do you feel? When you easily could have said something way earlier than I think you could have saying it, John, now. Sorry. Gotta play devil's advocate. Sorry.
I don't want anyone's reputation to be fucked. But let's just go back to my dad for a second, if I may.
No.
My dad was like a swim coach, your neighborhood, some
Is he
neighborhood.
giving this in? Mom, make him stop.
No, let him go.
Make him stop, because I don't know why he's doing this.
Everybody loved it. Behind closed doors, he's a real piece of shit.
I'm sure.
And so when stuff starts hitting the fan, what? Him? No. Surely. And then, everyone, thought my mom was the bitch, for not, But then the news broke, that he did what he did to one of the students of the team.
Ew.
And
Ew.
it's like when that comes out, you're not surprised, You
PDF
just go,
bulls. Y'all the worst. Y'all really the scourge of
I
humanity.
said, oh, you idiots. Like, I was like, no, I was, oh, dumbass, god damn it. But I wasn't surprised. And it was just consequences happening to somebody who was really good at avoiding them for a long time. And
Ew.
I don't know, everybody loves Jimmy. And behind closed doors, he is not super great. And that image is...
Yo, listen. I'm gonna let y'all know. A lot of people on this planet have skeletons in their closet, bro.
Or different behind closed doors.
Or way different behind closed doors. And I believe him on that. Jimmy, of course he's going to put up a front on the John. He's Mr.Beast on YouTube. Duh.
He has to.
You quite, at that point, yeah. And I do believe, like, yo, behind the scenes, I don't know what he's like behind the scenes. I'm just some bull watching. Jake obviously would have way more insight than I would. So we can't even take what he's saying as full fact. But I do believe him on the fact of Jimmy probably was definitely not the same on what's his name? On cam than he was behind the scenes. I definitely believe him on that. I believe that for every reality show, TV, John, you saw, every host on a game show, freaking Ellen, all these heads, all different behind the scenes. Your favorite YouTuber, all different behind the scenes. Except me though. So let me chill. I ain't gonna lie. I'm crashing out.
I'm nicer
on everyone. I ain't gonna lie. I'm crashing out here and I'm crashing out there. Cause it's like, bro, some of these heads piss me off.
Cultivated purposefully and intentionally, and it's branding, it's marketing, it's YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess just one final question. On a serious note, obviously the Ava Chris Tyson drama, and
now we're getting into the meat and potatoes.
Okay,
boy.
Well, let it play. Let's go.
Delaware. Let's talk about it.
Don't stop.
I'm definitely stopping. Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Actually, I'm not gonna stop here. But I'm yapping for Delaware. I'm just gonna let y'all know. So you can click off now.
Misconduct behind the company.
It's crazy. I probably hung out with Ava the most out of the main cast.
Weird.
Just because I was on Beast Hacks. Now Beast Reacts. I don't know if it's still out. That was a lot of fun. It was just you being silly and goofy in front of the camera. And Ava was the only person who was willing to film. Everybody else was too busy or didn't want to, and I was just trying to do my job. Sometimes there'd be like an offhanded joke that's a little gross. I mean, I'm a stand-up, so I'm very desensitized to that. I didn't hear anything that was like, whoa, that's crazy. Like when I saw, the reason I messaged you instead of talking to a reporter sweetly like I have been was when I saw the Discord stuff. Because when I got there, it was like 2019. So I guess if the timelines add up, that would have been like handled, for lack of a better term. And then they started bringing more people on. Maybe they thought they had that under the rug. All right, we handled that. Now let's bring in some writers. And when I saw it, all that stuff started coming out, and the potentiality, as of this moment of recording, I know this has been happening fast and stuff has been coming out so fast.
Yeah.
Just the potential that Jimmy could have been in those Discord chats, or even the potential that he participated in those Discord chats.
It's bad. No, I'll fully tell you it's bad.
After the shit he did to me.
Allegedly.
If you're gonna make fun of my dad.
Allegedly too.
I don't care what happens to me and my career and reputation after this. I had to say some stuff.
Should have been said.
Whatever happens at this point.
Outside of Ava Chris Tyson, did you really have any or hear about any sexual misconduct at the company?
Oof. Let's talk about Delaware.
I can't confirm or deny anything. I don't have any tangible evidence, but I've heard stuff that if it could be investigated, that'd be great. But it's like water cooler talk. But I've heard things, yes, of course. I heard, people have been let go for sexually assaulting some very young people.
Yeah.
The idea that Jimmy didn't know, or that Jimmy was covering stuff up. He didn't want stuff to come out. He's very careful about his image.
I believe that.
The tangible proof that he knew but covered it up. How do you prove that, Well, there was a known sex offender, registered sex offender, convicted sex offender.
Delaware.
On the registry and everything. Who worked there.
Why is this blanked out?
And you can, someone pees in public, you're on the registry.
If this John wasn't allegedly true, it would be defamation. So if they got him saying it on cam, he could get sued for that, John.
But his voice is still there.
Exactly, but it's because again, the laws in the government suck.
Okay.
It suck. So a voice is nothing, but if your face is attached to it, you could get sued for defamation. The laws are so garbage, but whatever.
You get it. You can still have a job after you're on the. That's one thing. You go to prison, you get rehabilitated. That's one thing. If you do your time, that's fine. I think there should be rehabilitation in this country. But that guy, from what I hear, I can't confirm or deny. From what I hear, he's on the registry for doing some not great stuff to some underage people. And they knew that.
Yo, Jake the Viking, bro, if you ever see this, you're actually retarded. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. You're quite literally one of the dumbest human beings of all time. Next.
He's working at a channel that has underage people on and around and is targeted to underage people.
That's nasty.
And they covered up the fact that not only did he work there, but he was like the manager when it all started.
Even worse.
And you know that he knew, and because he'll be in videos, he'll be in thumbnails, he'll be around whenever he is. He's wearing a mask. Why would you wear a mask? Why would you conceal your face? It's like, what are you concealing? That you are a registered sex offender? And that your face could be looked up on a thing? How much more?
It did get looked up on a thing. And Jake, not this Jake. Jake the Viking, accused? He's federally convicted, you retard. I ain't gonna lie. You out here trying to defend PDFs. Who cares that he's your brother-in-law? You're disgusting. You're a terrible human being. And you are quite literally the definition of a virtue signaler. You're a loser. Next.
Or can you literally cover up a sex offender with a physical mask? Like, do I have to? Is it more on the nose, or?
I gotta give Jake this.
I don't know why they let him go, because there's rumors back and forth. So I don't know why they let him go, but he did leave at one point. Even if that guy didn't do anything,
why would you hire a registered sex offender?
He was still around. And what if he's one of the people in the Discord servers? What if he's not? I don't know. But when I was there, they called him Delaware. So why do you call him Delaware? I didn't know. Apparently, they called him Delaware because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware.
See, now this I don't believe. I was telling Mom literally about this yesterday. This I don't believe. What I think it is, they're calling him Delaware is because the crime happened. Where do you think? I'm sure y'all could take a gander. So yeah, I don't think it's because he can't go back. Like, because I'm sure if he you know how like the states have borders, like we have a border, like we have a border to going into Jersey. I'm sure he could go over this border. It's not like he just can't. It's like the freaking National Guard finna come out and stop him. It's like, no, they're calling him Delaware probably because this crime happened in Delaware. Disgusting, by the way. Nasty, bro. 1 to 11 years old. And then Jake said accused. I'm not gonna say the word, but it's yo. Grape. Let's put it like that. Grape is the first thing. If you look at, they found him on the registry, by the way, y'all. I'm not gonna show none of that. One, because who knows if Trilly is really about to lock in and edit this boy, bro. But like, and two is because, again, allegations apparently, even though he's fairly convicted, because they found him on the registry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Still, I'm not taking no risk. I ain't about to get sued. But like, big game on this. It said child threat moderate. What? What? And then crime, grape. Victim, bro, disgusting. Jimmy, you're retarded for this. Jimmy, I don't care. I'm not giving you no copium from this. No, and no one should. You hired a registered sex offender knowing that many of your videos have children in that boy?
That's his nickname? Colloquially? Like, you know, it's Delaware. Don't ask him why, you know? The fuck?
Yeah, no, that is a TF. That is a TF. That's a W.
That he didn't know is astronomically low.
Okay, so finally I have a recorded phone conversation. The person on the other end of this line is a different former Mr. Beast employee talking about Delaware. Also, apparently before this phone conversation got recorded, the person on the other end of the line said that the Mr. Beast team was actually trying to expunge Delaware's record off the registry, and that's what actually like sparked this person to start recording. Okay, so Reed is Mr. Beast's former manager who's in the last video telling Jimmy, you know, hey, don't promote gambling to children.
The touring the chocolate factory.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I think Reed's taken 2 W's this month. You know, don't promote gambling to children and don't have offenders on payroll.
Hey, shout out
Also,
Reed.
yeah, just from where I'm sitting, it seems extremely unlikely that Jimmy wouldn't know. But, you know, I know I'm sure that's the defense he'll go with. So I'll just say preemptively, like, you know, if somehow Jimmy didn't know about Delaware, I think it's still such an extreme level of negligence. Like, what, you're not doing background checks.
That's not even extreme. That is the definition of negligence. Why would you hire an RSO, a registered sex offender? I don't care if because even me and mom, we weren't like debating this jump, but we were going over the jump because I do agree with what Jake said earlier. Where these type of people need rehabilitation to change. Like we don't want them to stay like this. But I'm sorry, for the rest of your life, I'm looking at you left. You cannot be left alone. You can't be left alone in a room with quite literally anybody. I forget just children. Most definitely not children, obviously. And like, bro, I'm never going to trust you at all, bro. Like, it's just not happening, bro. Mm-hmm. So if I'm feeling like that, do you think I would hire him? I didn't think so. So anyway, Jimmy, retarded for this. Stupid. Very dumb.
Everyone at your company knows, but somehow you don't know. I think that needs more of an explanation.
He
than
did
just
know.
Saying,
he did know. Y'all saw the clip of the video. Hey, make sure don't eat Delaware's cracker. Excuse me, Jimmy? Who's? Nah, come on, man. Jimmy.
Well, how didn't you know? How did this person get into the company and a company that makes content for children and is around children? So yeah, Jimmy, I think we need an explanation from you or your lawyers and PR people and representatives and spokespersons and on how you could have not known that there was an offender at a high level in your company. How? And while you respond to that, why not just respond to the allegations of rigging contest videos and selling fake signatures, running illegal lotteries, the dangerous conditions on the set of Beast games. You should address those too. So yeah, just let us know. Okay, that was my interview with former Mr.Beast employee Jake Weddle. I know he will be coming out with a longer cut of this interview as well as other content. So I just wanted to shout him out. Jake Weddle, top link in the description. I've waited a long time to talk about a lot of this publicly, so thank you for doing what you're doing.
No, nah, Jake. No, you didn't. Jake, you need to let me know when your NDA ended. I'm sorry. Because the second your NDA was invalid, you should have released this information, but you didn't. It should have
been when they gave him the severance check. Oh, but then I forgot he got a new one.
No, he went back because of 2021.
He got a new one.
The day, and I mean the day that your NDA ended, you should have spoke up about this, but you didn't. But you know what you did do though? The Avery Chris Tyson situation happened. That's when everybody started looking into things. Then Dawson makes the first video about dropping the gun about Mr.Beast. Now the second one. Now you have something to say. Why didn't you have something to say before? And I could ask Dawson the same thing. Yeah. Because even with the first video, he said that video was in the works for like a month. But it so happens he drops it when the Avery Chris Tyson situation is going on.
So it was easy to fall right into it.
This is why I say, y'all, I've said in many videos before, #1 Mr.Beast Glazers or whatever, saying that John memes. Obviously, that was before all this John came out. And I'm going to take that L as a man. Like, bro, even in that John, I should have looked more into that John. I'm going to take that L. I ain't going to lie, I got to stand on that business. But if you think just because all these allegations on Mr.Beast is coming out and all these Johns about Avery Chris Tyson and the whole Mr.Beast camp, if you think I'm not about to play devil's advocate on both of these sides with Mr.Beast and Dawson and all these different people, you're crazy, bro. You're crazy. Because if you don't, you're an NPC. Or you're just extremely biased. Which is like, bro. Tough. I don't know.
So long.
Is that it?
Goodbye. I'll see you when I...
Alright, that's the end of it. Mom, closing regards. Anything?
I don't even know what to say, because I'm just like...
All the allegations made against Jimmy, I'm going to let y'all know. If all of them are true, Jimmy, you're retarded. You're actually stupid. You're the biggest YouTuber on the planet. You should... Bro, knowing how much you care about YouTube and being the biggest, you should never take a risk like any of these Johns. And yet you did. You're retarded. That's that edgelord John. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You had Avery Chris Tyson on before the controversy. It's clear that Avery Chris Tyson been doing this weird John for a minute. Dumb. Ben should have cut him off. And you knew about this, John. We have the video of you in Chris's house looking at the John over there on the poster on the wall. I know you knew about this, John. Liar. So you can't even be like that. Delaware situation, you need to be absolutely condemned for that. There is no defense for that. That is quite like that at this point is no longer allegations anymore. Even though he had to blur out Jake's face for that, it's no longer allegations. Heads found him on the registry. Crimes match up exactly. Bro, the same beard and everything. They found him, bro. They did. You're dumb. Jimmy, you're retarded for that. You're stupid. You're very stupid. You're very stupid. I'm not gonna lie. You're very, very dumb for that. The illegal lotteries in John shouldn't have done it. I'm not the boy that's really about to be sitting here and worrying about that because, again, you still have to enter yourself in a lottery. So those people that bought the shirts and all that, that's still kind of your fault at the end of the day. But heads don't want to talk about self-accountability, so that's beside the point. Yeah, Jimmy, you should not have done a lot of these things. You should have done a lot of background checks. You should have been looking into a lot more, John. I get it that you have a lot of stuff you got to do, 300 million. You got a lot of, background things you got to handle. But, yo, I'm sorry. When you have this much success and you don't want to lose it, you got to look more into things. And it's sad because obviously Jimmy's not going to fall. Yeah, he's the biggest YouTuber, like I just said. Mm-hmm. But it's sad that all this stuff had to come out for you to finally be like, all right, yeah, it may be time to change the standards in the workplace. Yeah. As far as Dawson and Jake go, Jake, I feel bad if all them allegations that you're making against Jimmy really did happen. But again, I gotta take them with a grain of salt. You have one screenshot to prove that you did this challenge, so I don't think that you weren't there at all. But I also have to take it with a grain of salt because there's no proof that you ran this marathon. There's no proof that the ice cream machine was down. There's no proof that the hot tub was bad. There's no proof of any of this. There might be proof of you not getting sleep, but I don't know exactly how to quantify that, especially when it was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jake, I don't know. Like, I feel bad if it did happen, but at the same time, you sit in the peer pressure, bro. Clearly, they didn't care enough about the John. It wasn't clearly like you saying, oh, then we got wasted our resources. Clearly, they didn't care enough because they just made the video again with you not there. So you could have, I feel like you had you were under way less pressure than I think you're saying. You probably could have quit because, way sooner because they just remade the video. I'm sure using the same set and items. So, yeah, a little bit of that is on your fault, but of course, self-accountability. I mean, getting your one bull fired, that is your fault too. You could have told him not to, but that also is his fault as well. Mm-hmm. That's about it for Jake. He posted more videos too, which me and Mom are gonna react to because obviously when we want to get full context with everything. So when that comes out, that'll come out. Dawson, I just want more proof from you, buddy. Honestly, I don't even think you're a bad bull. Like the earlier thing about you doing shrooms and drugs, like yeah, that hurts your credibility if that is true. But even so, you could do drugs and still make a video that has truthful things in it and be right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
tell the truth under the influence.
That's it. Hey, listen, when heads get drunk, they
Yeah.
say what they really mean.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That is definitely truthful, John. But like, nah, even still, if you could somehow just get even more evidence and even more proof that you don't have to be like allegedly or allegations, that would be wonderful. And hopefully, I would pray that you do that for this third video because apparently the third video is about all the sexual harassment in Jones. I'm gonna need real proof of this, bro. Like I'm gonna need real proof because that is defamation. Like if you were to say all this, John, and like none of it was true, bro, Dawson, I feel bad. Like you would be getting the lawsuit of hockey sticks, bro, of the hockey sticks, bro. Bad. But yeah, overall in this, John, we heard him out. Bad. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got to do better. That's just what it is. And content creation as a whole, people need to be more wary what they're putting out. Simple as that. Mm-hmm. Oh, people need to stop lying and all that too, because there's that. But yeah, I worked for Mr.Beast. He's a sociopath. Mm-hmm. Dog Pack 404 Dawson. Mm-hmm. A very interesting video. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you guys want to see us, obviously, like I said, react to more of the Jones going on with this situation, please let us know. I'd be happy to give my conjecture about it. Haha, yapper trill.
Bumblecard!
You know, lie. But yeah, Mom, any closing regards from you?
No, I'm just like,
it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
It really is just
And
crazy.
It's
I ain't gonna
sad
count.
because some of the stuff he's saying could
Could
sound
be
like
true.
it could be believable, like it could be true. So, but I don't know. So
and that's
I'm gonna
unfortunate.
say- yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Everything they're saying, allegedly, allegations, take it with a grain of salt. Yeah. So, if you guys want to watch this original video, I'll put it down in the description so you guys go check it out yourselves, obviously. But I'm sure most of you watching this have already seen all of the controversy.
All of it. Yeah.
Because I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. We definitely are a little bit late to this, but
Yes.
obviously, we got our own lives. We got to live. We got stuff we're doing. So the video came out 10 days ago, so maybe some heads haven't heard of it or haven't seen it, but I doubt it. Yeah. Besides on that fact, I'm Trilly. Who
I'm
you?
Mom.
I'm not even about to tell y'all to subscribe and all that. You can if
Yeah.
you want to, but not with this video. It's a little bit more serious of a thing, so I ain't even about to sit around and joke. So yeah, like I said,
I'm Mom.
Trill, Mom, and we gonna catch y'all sometime on the flip. Peace.